They have to like. That's the thing. Even animals aren't actually filthy animals unless like they're completely pushed to. Like animals have the sense to be like, no. This is okay. So this is like the pee corner over here, and like I'm just gonna put this over here because I don't want to be like constantly rolling around in this because it's not fun.
remember my pee cup from last week?
Just last week or like this
No,
entire series?
I mean I didn't do it last week. I mean, like I
Wait,
mentioned
when
how
was
I
the last
peed.
time you did it?
I hate you so much. I
Well, you
mentioned
said
that
that
I
you didn't do it last time, which implies that you did it at some other point.
well, clearly that's the point of my story. Is I did it years ago and I peed in the cup and then I put it back in the cupboard. Well, I washed it, but I put it back in the cup, and you guys were all like disgusted by me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like the mental thing for me, like
God damn
I just
it!
wouldn't be able to get over it.
How long have
But
we been live?
like about 10 minutes.
It hasn't been 10 minutes.
Well, they heard me bring up the pee cup again.
like I get, yo, it's the free spot on the bingo board.
Manuel brings up the pee cup.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know it's not that, but the background still looks like a humified Sliggoo. Is that what they're called? Sliggoo? The slime dragon from
I guess
Pokemon?
kind of. Hold up.
But like it looks like if that was a human. What do they call those? Gijinkas? But yeah,
Yeah,
it looks like
that's what
it's a
that is.
human version.
Hold up.
Because those are like the Sliggoo's like like
Actually, I uploaded a ton of these last
antennae. Molly were
Intent.
gaslight.
Nah, that don't even look like nothing.
Antennae.
I don't know, I'm just gonna put that right there for now.
Antennas.
Warren! Stop dying! It's
I'm doing my
not
best.
fair! Don't go without us. Or at least me. Don't be me.
Okay. I see where this is going. I thought you meant, Warren, why are you dying? Please don't die. Not, Warren, if you're going to die, take me with you.
You didn't listen, okay? Like you get it like fucking like a free ticket out. I gotta do no bullshit. No, fuck
This
that.
is a free ticket out over here. This guy. I shouldn't be laughing at this, but I'm fucking laughing.
Hold on, I need to put that we're live. We're live with DTL. I can't talk to that. Wait, what did I do? I don't want that.
No one knows.
over
Why
here
are you
is
asking us? None of us know.
That's good.
Absolutely none of us know.
I'm gonna tag Hina in this for no good reason. Well, technically, I forgot what Hina had said last week, but that was
About
what reminded me
D&D?
about the pea cup. No, that's what reminded me about the pea cup.
All right, you know what? I'm interested to see where this segue goes.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God, Manuel.
Ward wasn't there for the pea cup story. He was already gone.
Please elaborate.
And then okay, well, I'll give everyone the really fast version. TLDR when I was younger, but not like really young. Was only a few years ago.
That's not young. That's still old.
Well, I was like in my early 20s,
fuck?
but the details don't
It is
matter.
not a couple years ago. You're full of shit.
Well, the details don't matter about why I did it. But TLDR, I had to pee, so I peed in the cup, like a mug. And like I peed in the cup, and I was like, "What do I do with this? Like, I gotta throw it away." And I'm like, "The fucking, you can't just keep this now." I peed in it, and then I was like, "I can't throw away the mug though. I feel so wasteful." So I
Gross.
washed it, and I put it back in the cupboard. I didn't drink out of it. I put it in there, and like for a couple months or so, I kept seeing it in there, and I'm like, "I peed in that mug. I should probably throw it away," but I never did. And then eventually, I threw it
Did you
away.
ever use it?
No, but other people in the house, I think, I'm pretty sure might have.
You're an asshole. You are a whole asshole.
To be fair, I
There's nothing to be fair about it.
You're an
washed it.
asshole.
I washed it though.
I mean,
Right?
you did do that.
But would
I'll
you
give you
drink out
that.
of it?
There was no more pee in it.
Would you? But you didn't drink out of it, so obviously.
Anyway, guys, this is drink talk roll. Wait, no, it's not.
You don't even know what this fucking is anymore.
Where am I? I'm
Who are
lost.
you?
What's that, Sonny? I'm a boomer, and not the cool boomers from Bubblegum Crisis.
There are no cool boomers.
I remember when I was like in
Well, except for Bill Murray.
when I was in when I was in early high school, I used to hate anime, and I don't mean like. It's funny because I ended up getting into anime because of a girl when I was like in my senior year. But
No,
prior
that
to
makes
that,
perfect sense.
But prior to that, I didn't like anime, and like it was kind of big, or not like big, but like a lot of the nerdy kids I was friends with,
No, nerdy
like
kids
anime.
into anime? What?
And I fucking hate anime. And I remember somebody was recommending me Bubblegum Crisis, and me and my stupid like
That's a weird
other like
recommendation.
my other like 15-year-old friend or however old we were like, Bubblegum Crisis. What kind of show is that? Like a bunch of girls are like, oh my god, we're out of bubblegum. And yeah, I just remember having that exact word for word conversation with somebody one day. And then
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
And then I eventually watched Bubblegum Crisis, and I fucking love it.
Wasn't that like in the 70s?
Before I start.
Well, I mean, it's older than all of us. I'm pretty sure it was like in the mid 80s when the show came out. Well, maybe it's almost as old.
Not older than all of us, Manuel.
But I'm pretty sure I was probably in this like 8 OVAs, so I was probably born for most of them, or if not all of them. But I didn't watch it until, and you should see the DVD box that I have. It was like it was like from the 90s. It was from the 90s. Mind you, like I didn't buy it then because obviously, like I said, I hated anime when I was younger. But when I bought it, that was the only DVD box that they had, and I'll pull it out later on when I go up to get up to pay. And it's like in this box. Like they had to decide how DVDs were to come packaged yet.
$2 says he spills liquor over it.
I mean, I think it's worthless because they've since
$1 million
a billion times. But yeah, someone's calling me. Should I answer it?
Calling.
I'm gonna answer it.
I'm calling. Do you not even have voicemail? Do you just answer when random people call you?
Yes.
That's wild.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah, this is like
I'm in the middle of a
I'm trying to
and
like listen in to see if I can hear what they're saying.
I answered it thinking it would be funny because I thought that it was gonna be like whatchamacallit, like a recording, like, oh yeah,
your warranty is about to expire.
I knew. That's never happened.
What? Somebody I know actually tried to call me? What?
Yeah.
Like,
so I'll talk to you later.
People will try to get in contact with me.
All right, I'm gonna go pee and then we start my. Okay. Almost slipped that one up.
But.
Yep. Okay.
My ninjas.
That was
Garway.
That was Garway.
Go ninja, go.
But she was calling me. She was calling me from like a work line. That's why it's not listed as a number I knew.
I'm surprised you answered like unknown numbers, honestly.
Well, I thought it would be fun. I thought it would be funny because I was gonna put it on speaker. I guess it didn't matter. We didn't like. It was like a. She was just talking about like some stuff I'd mentioned about like events and whatever. But I was gonna answer and put it on speaker. I don't know if you noticed what I did. I never answer the phone when I answer it. I always pick it up. That I just listen. Because I'm always like, if you called me and out of the blue, you better talk first.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I didn't recognize Garway's voice, also because I still kind of had my earphones on. But she's like, Manuel? Is this Manuel? And I'm like, oh, what?
Who's Manuel?
Like, who actually knows me? I'm like, I was kind of scared. Like, damn, these car insurance scammers are getting good.
You're for real, though.
Anyway, I hope that was good content. I don't know. Was it?
No, I mean, like, we didn't even get a chance to like hear a hint of your like last 4 social. So.
Oh yeah. I almost said it. That's how stupid I am. I was gonna make up numbers, but because I do have to say it, I almost said the real last 4. Anyways, guys, I'm Manuel, and the last 4 by so. By the way, have you guys ever used to see that commercial for like that Life Alert people and that dude? Like the whole point of the commercial.
Nope, I've never heard of Life Alert. Please elaborate.
Not Life Alert. Life Alert's the one where the people are, the old people who have to like hit a button. No, it's called LifeLock. Anyways, doesn't matter. It was a service that was basically promoting that you could not steal your identity if you used it, and the whole shtick of it was this dude would always reveal his social security number, like on the commercial, like his real social security number. And the funny thing is that, go figure, it turned out that eventually he got his identity stolen.
Well, yeah, you're just like asking for it. You're putting a target on your back now. Somebody's gonna do it just to see if they can.
Like for the longest time, when the service only lasted a few years, I guess it failed. But then when the company was gone, it was no longer like protecting him, and he got his identity stolen. Which is the funny little coda that nobody really knows about.
So
But, yeah.
he let the
Lifelock.
freaking trial end, or he let the subscription end.
No, he was like the spokesperson, but the company, I think the company still technically exists, but like a shadow of themselves. But they only lasted like 2 years.
Relatable.
Anyway, I'm Manuel. This is Drink Talk Learn, and yeah, I answer the phone on streams. I don't know if I'll ever do that again. that was just funny.
Like I said, I'm surprised you'd even answer it.
Well, I was confused.
Would you like to explain to the people what Drink Talk Learn is?
No, would you like to?
Sure, why not? Welcome everybody to Drink Talk Learn. This is the bi-weekly podcast that is on last couple of episodes of our run, wherein all of us come in with some sort of topic, usually something that's either weird, interesting, or something we just really want to get off our chest. We spend the first 3 minutes talking uninterrupted about what's going on, or not really uninterrupted, because as I'm about to explain, after the first 3 minutes of talking about whatever our presentation is about, we have to take a drink. And then every minute thereafter, we have to take an additional drink. Hence the meta of trying to derail the person who is presenting at the time in order to get them wasted. As just an asterisk here, if you're underage, do not drink, period. Just don't do it. If you are of age and you want to drink along, by all means go ahead. However, we are not responsible for any of the dumbass shit that you happen to do while watching this.
And you're Pleiades.
And I am Pleiades, the King of Bishonen, the internet's shitposting digital demon lord. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at PLEIAD. Or no, PLA. It's on the fucking net. You see it. It's on the screen. It's under my camera. It's good.
For D's nuts.
I think that might actually be the only time you've made that joke in all the episodes we've done this.
It is. I don't know why.
Enough.
I don't know why. For some, because you stopped at D this time. But you stopped at D. Anyway, Warren, introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? My name is Frederick Batman, aka that dude, but not that dude, aka Warren, and aka Toonie Names McGee. And I'm actually kind of sick, so if you guys hear me coughing, if you guys haven't already heard me coughing, like I'm fucking dying and I have the plague, because I do, but I kind of don't. So I'm kind of that dude. It kind of works with that, being that dude, but not that dude. So I'm actually recovering from being sick, but I'm still sick, but I'm not as sick as I was previously.
Just
what's up, y'all? I'm sick, sick adjacent, and sick of you, man, and your bullshit. That's why I'm over here coughing.
You tell him.
The fuck? I didn't do anything.
Hold up. What you did? I'm gonna look on my Facebook messages.
Oh, I
my messenger.
He's gonna bring up that bullshit. Molly, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Molly or Mari Suga. I've been gone for a while. A lot of shit happened.
Life.
And then I do a lot of con stuff for A to J. I'm excited for Fanime, and I am still working on my presentation, so I have absolutely no idea what any of the conversation has been until now.
I'll take my time to help.
Oh, don't worry. We
literally, I just need to add photos. But it was like I was searching for a specific thing, and it just took a while. That's why I was not paying attention. So I have no idea what any of the conversation has been so far.
Yeah,
it all just amounts to shitting on Manuel for being a boomer. It's good.
Yeah. Bubblegum Crisis, P-Cup, and Garway called.
I heard some. Oh, okay. I heard that someone called. I heard about a little bit about Bubblegum Crisis and P-Cup. Yeah, I mean, you could just wash the cup a lot. I don't think it's like.
See, but the thing is, though, like, he wasn't willing to drink out of it, though.
I mean, but like, if you wash it enough times, I don't know.
Yes. You're right, but here's the thing for him. But the thing is, he's okay with somebody else drinking out of it, but he's not okay drinking out of it himself.
It's my one doesn't drink their own pee, right? Is that a thing?
You've never seen Waterworld.
I'm gonna shut up now. Yeah. Doesn't it start with that? Isn't he like peeing a thing, kind of like very Dune-like? But anyways, Weston, introduce yourself.
I am Wes.
He's Wes.
Look at Mr. Wes.
What in the butt?
I said, who's that in my butt?
Who's that? Okay, if someone's in your butt, you don't know who it is. I think you have like very, very big problems.
What in the butt?
Unless it's your birthday
What in the
Or
butt?
Christmas.
or Christmas. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
We already explained what DTL is.
yeah,
We
Warren,
Surprisingly,
did.
before our
wait.
intros.
Oh no, I got a
You want
perfect
to start, or
background.
who wants to start first?
Hell yeah!
I can start first today, like always.
Go ahead, Moreno. Oh yeah,
I got that.
Yeah, there we go.
tacos and burritos. Oh, is this one of those bootlegs in Mexico or some shit?
Wait, hold up. Let me see if I can actually.
Oh
like,
damn,
Damn it! How do I do this? Wait.
Konichas. They said that should be taken medicine with alcohol.
I see barbacoa or some bullshit.
Can I take baby sips because I'm kind of sick?
Yeah, go for it.
I saw lengua.
Oh yeah, no. Wait, hold on.
Wait, is this your background? This is a weird background.
How do I wait? I swear to God.
How
this
do
thing
I breathe
is without you?
Wow, I haven't heard that song in so long.
Ever.
Actually, better idea. I'll show it later. But like somebody posted up a thing where it was like a freaking taqueria or whatever, but it was with
Taqueria.
Goku in the background, and it had like the Evangelion girls. And
Oh,
I think it was hilarious that like it's immaculate because somebody said like, oh, Asuka would have the jersey for like the worst football club because she's worst girl. It's just like Jesus Christ, these memes are universal. I love this shit.
Oh, that's Warren who has the weird background.
This is not my background. This is my presentation.
Oh, start timer. Stopwatch.
All
Stopwatch.
Storkwatch.
3, 2,
Storkwatch.
All right.
Watch
one,
for the dropping
let's jam.
babies.
Okay, so today, all right. This is gonna be a pretty short one because I think I'll get through it pretty quick, and you guys are pretty common knowledge. But this is just something that I had to come up with today because I couldn't figure it out. But thanks to Wes, I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy, to our boy, Weston, okay, or Wesley, because
Hey, yo.
he was talking about cover songs, and I was like, you know what? I want to do one. I want to do one about songs that you may not know that are covers.
You son of a bitch! I have this.
Bitch, got you.
I don't know if you remember, but about a year ago, we had like one of my drunk nights. I had this exact conversation with you, and I was saying I wanted this to be a DTL topic, and TLDR, one of my future ones was going to have this in the middle of it, and I'm so mad at you.
Oh,
Anyway.
Damn, sucks to suck.
I did. Well, the reason why I got this idea is because on Halloween, couldn't come up with the Halloween idea, and Wesley was like, hot like metal covers of Halloween music. I was like, oh, but then I was like, wait.
The man behind.
So
the
what's
mask.
our first song?
Mr.
I
Either you
love
saw
rock
me,
and roll.
if you saw me retweet that, or we have very similar timelines. But yes,
Cool, yeah.
like that was an amazing tweet. Love that guy.
So I love rock and roll. I'm pretty sure everybody knows this song. Okay, it was written by Alan Merrill and Jake Hooker for their band The Arrows in 1975. Merrill, oh shit, oh, fuck. Merrill wrote this song as a knee-jerk response to the Rolling Stones. It's only rock and roll, but I like it. By the way, Jake Hooker is only given written he's only given
Credit?
what do you call it? Credit because Hooker actually owed Merrill some shit. So he's just like, yeah, bruh. I know, no, Merrill owed Hooker some shit. So he's just like, yeah, I wrote the music. So I'll give you the layup.
Hey, if that's what it says on the paper, that's what it says on the paper.
See, the song was actually performed on the show 45, which actually granted them their own TV series called The Arrows, which basically they play. No, this is in the fucking UK.
Never owe a hooker.
But basically, what they did in that show is they showed they would basically play, the Arrows would play live, and then they bring like other acts to kind of like, to kind of show themselves.
like a was that like what Sonny and Cher was kind of like?
Like a variety
show kind of, yeah.
Almost, yes. And then we have Joanne Jett saw the Arrows perform that song. Joanne, the Joanne dog.
Who's Ann?
Joanne. Okay, guys, let me finish this. You see, so she saw their performance when she was touring, and she got instantly hooked, and she was just like, "Yo!" And so in 1979, she actually recorded her cover with two Sex Pistols members, Steve Jones and Paul Cook, and then she actually had it re-recorded in 1981.
Oh yes.
And it was a song used for her band, the Black Hearts.
I'm thinking about the Blue Hearts. Never mind.
They became
the
the Billboard Hot 100 #1 single for 7 weeks.
Nice. Is that a big deal?
Yes. So this is
No,
the original song?
modern like music trends have like completely fucked my like brain.
Oh, is this too loud?
No.
Oh,
That's
okay.
good.
Oh shit! I didn't want to go to YouTube.
Oh, is this porn?
And then we have the
No, you have
like,
to search yoga for that.
rock and roll. So it sounds like, I mean, they're pretty much. It's pretty. They're still kind. I think I wouldn't say heavy in the quotes.
Drink.
It's just more distorted, and a little bit more dynamic. Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh, Warren's dying. What the hell, man?
Oh no, I'm trying to get out of here. Okay, and then the next one. All right, boys, come on, feel the noise. So it was actually written by an English rock band called Slade in 1973. It reached #1 in the UK singles chart, giving the band their 4th #1 single. And and I supposed to say remained in the charts for 12 weeks. But it only reached 98 in the Billboard Hot 100 though. But in 1983, after being signed to CBS Records, Quiet Riot actually released, even though Quiet Riot has been out for a long ass time.
20 months in a row. Thank you very much.
Oh, nice.
Quiet Riot had already been out. Was it mid 70s, late 70s?
Thank you for the sub.
I think.
Oh, he's quite right. Yeah, they're like 75, 76, some shit like that.
But after they actually got signed to CBS Records, they decided to cover "Come and Feel the Noise" as their first as one of their singles, and fucking went to #5, and it basically blew. It was the first metal song to crack the Billboard Top 100, really? And it instantly shot Quiet Riot up to fucking stardom. Like, this thing is the thing that kind of just rolled them over, despite them already being a fucking great band.
Take a shot to Kevin Dubrow
and Randy Rhoads.
Yeah. Oh shit! I fucked up.
So this is Slade's "Come On, Feel the Noise." This is the original.
Oh yeah, the other one's better.
Look at that hat.
Okay, Slash.
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming from fucking. You know what reminds me of? They look like they came out of fucking like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
That ass looks like a fucking goddamn it, Gene something. Wait, fuck.
By the way, I like how the thumbnail for the Quiet Riot one, that's Rudy Sarzo, but he didn't play on the. Right. He didn't play on the album on the song. He's just he's just standing still. He's like, yeah, I'm part of the band now. Pretend like I wrote like I did this.
It's like the motherfucker just happened to be like written down on the paper.
He's kind of famous for that. He's been in a lot of videos for like songs that he didn't actually play on because he joined after like they were recorded.
Gene Wilder, thank you, Mister.
Gene Wilder, yes.
So,
Quite right.
And then
right.
Feel the noise.
Oh, that's so much better.
Rudy Sarzo is like my hero, by the way. Like, full stop, by the way.
Drink. You know, there's something to be said right here. It's like you don't always have to be first if you're just better.
He was also like
that's true. You go right. Friend. And then the third one, "Nothing Compares to You." Does anybody know the song?
Yes,
I'm sure.
Prince wrote it for Sinead
No, actually, it was actually written and composed by Prince for his side project, The Family. Yes, in 1985.
You can't school me on Prince.
I thought you said you wrote it for her. I was like, no, he did. The fuck.
Well, he wrote
Sinead
it.
O'Connor
For her, but yeah.
Okay. I thought that's what you said. It's actually released on the family's self-titled album, but it was actually a lot of people deemed it like a filler song, which is fucking weird because when listening to it now, it still sounds fucking great. I don't know. It's
good music.
It fucking beats me.
Man, we still listen to "Fly Me to the Moon."
Drink, and also we could do a whole thing on the songs Prince wrote because he actually he's written other hits like Manic. Well, it's not a cover, but he wrote like Manic
It's
Monday.
Prince, man.
Like,
Prince is like fucking institution.
This man's a god.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
And then Sinead O'Connor covered this song for a second record, "I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got" in 1990. It's basically her biggest hit. It was all over MTV and #1 in 18 countries of that year. This is Prince's.
Relevant. Hey, let's go.
Yes.
Oh, we're definitely getting. If nothing gets us claimed, it's Prince.
Prince,
by the
absolutely, 10,000%.
Damn, look at that! That dude, he's a good-looking.
Oh,
dude.
okay, yeah, no, okay, no.
And then Sinead O'Connor's is kind of more like a power ballad, I guess.
Yeah.
But so.
That's the slow dance song in like teen rom-coms. Like,
and then she ripped
when they get at when they're at the prom and like they're slow dancing together after like resolving whatever issues they have.
Drink, and she pretty much not let's say she was wrong to do it, but she ripped up a picture of the Pope on SNL and it became this huge thing.
Man, that poor picture.
No, fun fact, the reason why she ripped it up was because of all like, the scandals, we'll say, with the Catholic Church. And go figure, this is the late 90s, I think, when she was talking about
harboring pedos.
It pretty much is like a constant ongoing thing that everyone just
hello?
It's still going on. It's still a thing.
Sorry guys. Okay. But because I wanted to throw some shade out here, okay? But step aside Sinead O'Connor, okay? Chris Cornell actually did another cover, which was, to me, extremely better. Not extremely better. Before he fucking died.
Oh, yeah, they'll say, like, rest in peace, Chris Cornell also.
Rest in peace. Recently, take a shot for Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
Singer of Audio Slave and fucking Soundgarden. But his version actually, it sounds more sentimental. And it's actually way more powerful than Sinead O'Connor's. I'm not saying that hers is bad. I just wanted to just fucking throw some shade because I want, because
I mean, it's different vibes.
So this vibe, watch this shit right here.
There's nothing compared to you. It's been so lonely without you here.
That was a good version.
Listen to it. It's fucking good. This is fucking. This cover is actually pretty fucking good. Like,
I gotta check that one out.
Also, that's the moment where like somebody died, and like the main character has to get over like, oh man, my older brother died. I gotta like live and shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's
reminiscing.
It's a little bit more sentimental. Yeah,
Prince ended. Oh, take a shot to Prince. I didn't even think about that.
We didn't take. Yeah, when did we do? Shot to Prince.
Also, what I was going to say was that Prince actually did do another re-recorded version he did with Mavis Staples in the 90s. It's really good too. It's like a duet though. I mean, his version. I mean, here's like re-recorded one later on.
This is all actually really funny. This will be funny later on than everybody else.
Police on my back.
Yeah, we took a lot of shots. Oh, yeah. No, I'm gonna say it's supposed to be on my back. Police on my back.
Ah!
I mean, not gonna lie, that's all just as accurate.
Prince.
But anyway.
All right, so police. You guys know police on my back?
No.
Nope.
Actually,
I've been
don't.
out every single time they pull me over.
Hey. Okay, so originally released by British pop band The Equals on their album Baby Come Back in 1968. For those who are not familiar, The Equals is actually Eddie Grant's first. You know Eddie Grant? Yes, Eddie.
No,
you know,
Eddie Grant?
That is smooth.
we're gonna walk down to Electric Avenue. Yes. So this is his band. Yes, this is Eddie Grant. This is his band. And then it was ultimately covered by The Clash on their fourth album, Sandinista in 1980, and it's kind of interesting because I didn't know that this was a cover until today. so we're gonna listen to it. So this is the Equals.
I wasn't expecting the white drummer. Sorry, I don't know why that's
Okay.
going for a loop.
The one
And then
guy.
we
I was gonna comment like, oh look, I wasn't expecting to be like to be black, and I'm like, oh, that's all the more fitting for the song. And it's the white, the very
great. Manuel, stop it.
What?
And then
I'm
we have
saying
the
police
Clash.
harass a certain type of people more than anyway. That's not going.
Yes,
to
I know.
No, you don't say.
I've heard this song. I didn't.
Man, I've heard this in
Tuesday,
years.
Wednesday,
Yeah,
Thursday, Friday,
This is the kind of shit I would hear at, like the parties, like when I was a kid.
Yeah, same.
So, and then number 5, Manuel. I thought Manuel was gonna try to get on my ass, but he didn't.
I mean, he does. Just
Not
Just
yet.
kidding. Girls just want to have fun. You guys know this is an. So it isn't. It isn't. So so I did fuck up making this, but my presentations, because you're not supposed to be this block text, but actually this song was actually written by Robert Hazard, but it was recorded as a demo in 1979. He actually did not officially release this. The actual lyrics are really sleazy. So basically, he was basically talking about what girls do in their bedroom, and he was imagining all that shit. But
this
so-
honestly sounds tame for that period.
So he was kind of being a little creepy. But in 1983, Cyndi Lauper was actually used Hazard's
Lauper.
writing as Lauper. My bad, dude.
You have such funny
Shit.
pronunciations for everything. I swear you do this on purpose.
He's
It's pissing me
sick.
off.
Give him a break.
All right. So basically, she took his song and took out the sleazy lyrics, changed the lyrics, and made it more into like a women empowerment song, and this was making it poppier, catchier, and
Do we get to see
more
Mario?
fun.
Do we get to see Mario right now?
Maybe.
No.
What?
Before you do drugs,
But-
if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
So,
One
no,
person
but yeah,
got that.
but the thing is that I heard there's some controversy where she said that she wrote it. Definitely not. So this is definitely, I wouldn't say a cover, but she did use basically the blueprint of his. It's literally a cover. It's same name and everything.
It's funny.
So this
because,
is.
that's why I know this, but apparently, if you change the lyrics to a cover, you can credit yourself for doing them, but you have no rights to those lyrics. Like technically,
Mhm.
She wanted
It was a
she
big
wanted
thing
the
with
ownership of
people
the
that
song.
do trans lyrics for like they
Yeah.
do translations.
Oh. Because it has to be licensed, I'm guessing.
But yeah, like the new lyrics they just don't really count. You're just doing that for
Mm.
you're putting that into the world
So-
for consumption, I guess technically. Anyways,
Apparently she wanted ownership, and he was like, "No, I wrote."
maybe it's because of
I
this
wrote
song,
this
but
shit.
it's funny because I
So-
remember hearing that some shit like they legally settled that. It's like
So this is Robert Hazard's.
were those horns? I can barely hear. But yeah.
Guitars,
Oh, okay.
and then we have
What?
the GIF
Pretty
in the corner.
noticed. Oh, it's a live version.
Oh, I know. I was hoping we got to see Lou Albano. By the way, that's what I meant. He's Mario.
She
Captain
gave me
Lou
mad
Albano.
Misty vibes.
sorry.
Yeah, Lou
All right.
Albano,
So I'm surprised that
Mario.
Manuel still hasn't got on my ass yet. So
Not
this is
yet.
my last one because I just try to keep it slow. I mean, keep it fast. God gave rock and roll to you.
Oh, god damn it.
This was the wait. Stop.
Oh shit! I fucked up. What?
Stop.
What happened?
This was the song that I told you. I swear to God, you're doing this on purpose. This was the song that I told
What?
you that
Drink.
made me want to
Like-
do this presentation myself. And you stole
Damn,
my
sucks to
song.
suck.
This is one of my favorite songs of all time. I'm gonna take a shot to fucking Eric Carr, who I'll probably forget. To
You know,
say
he
it.
actually was not the drum in the music video. He was
You know,
not
I
the
was
drummer
kind of
for this
ironically saying,
song.
why is
Re-recorded
the
too.
Grim Reaper from fucking Ted and Bill in the background of that album? Like, oh wait, no, that's actually fucking Yeah, that's the movie.
If you watch the video, which I assume we're gonna watch after this,
Kill that
Eric
video.
Carr was like literally on his deathbed and showed up for that video.
Uh-huh.
Showed up to do
I think
that
he wore a
video.
wig
He
too.
wore a wig
He
because he
did,
lost
yeah.
his hair because of the
Yeah.
treatment and all that stuff.
So rest in
he-
peace to him.
Yeah,
Eric Carr.
and he passed away before the video even came out. But yeah, take a shot to him. And this song is so
this-
I fucking love this song.
Yep, I love this song too. So this song was actually by the English rock band Argent in 1971, but it wasn't officially released until their album In Deep in 1973. It reached number 18 in the UK charts and 114 on the Billboard. It's kind of weird, 14 on the Billboard's Hot 100, but the lyrics for Argent was actually pretty Christian, like it was pro Christianity, just like love your neighbor and don't step on snails and don't climb on trees. But the song is still fucking tight. All right, the song overall is fucking tight. Kiss covered the song in 1991 for their soundtrack for Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And they also put the song on their record Revengeance in 1992. Although it was a cover, they actually renamed the song. They basically just called it "God Gave Rock and Roll to You 2." And they kind of they took out they changed the Christian lyrics and kind of put these cheesy rock lyrics in there, and it's fucking tight. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's the
God and Jesus for Baby.
No, it's the kind of song the kind of song when you hear Kiss's version, it makes you want to get off your ass and like follow your dreams.
Yeah, right. And I sat there and I was just like, not everybody makes it.
Yeah,
not everybody makes it. So this is Argent's right here.
Drink.
By the way, Russ Ballard wrote this song, and Russ Ballard wrote a lot of hits you probably don't realize.
Watch it here. Oh well, this is the same. But here, let me tell you guys that don't step on snails as trees. Wait, was it? Love your neighbor. Oh, here, watch. Oh, here. Bro, I watch it here. I don't want to love my friend. I don't want to love my neighbors. The fuck? What are you telling?
Know my neighbors.
But,
talk to them.
but right here, Kiss made it. Then in Kiss's version, they made it fucking tight. So this is the God rock and roll.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, that's hard.
When they weren't wearing
It's more
makeup.
dynamic and bigger. Right here. Or play guitar. Man, you gotta sweat or you won't.
Station.
Never too late to work 9 to 5. See, you know that? If you want to be a singer or play guitar, and that's it. That's my presentation. There's supposed to be more, but I didn't want to keep this too long.
Excuse me, I will always love you.
And
I know.
Find it. Bring it up.
Yeah,
that's
okay. Can anyone do that song? I can't do that.
And
I will
always love you.
Oh wait, we're done.
Oh, that's
Don't
actually
look-
really
don't look
good.
at me.
Stop. Up. What the fuck?
I think my face just melted. Damn.
Well, I think they also have like you know the Elvis fucking stole like Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog.
Everything.
Oh no!
Yeah,
You know what my favorite one is? Is
like-
the Beach Boys? They're Surfing USA that literally stole "Sweet Little 16" from Chuck Berry. It's like they just changed the lyrics and called it a whole new song that they wrote.
Yeah.
And also, I was gonna
Music
do like
industry.
the controversial. Was it Led Zeppelin and Stairway to Heaven?
Wait, was that?
It's like
that
Phantom
was
of the
taken?
Opera, like the riff from Phantom of the Opera, like that's from like a Pink Floyd album. And it's the exact
Yeah,
same riff. It's like dun 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 dun. It's like the exact same. It's even with it's even organ and
Yo,
everything.
every time I hear Phantom of the Opera, I sang it to Leslie once, and she's like, "That's not the lyrics," and I was like, "It's the motherfucking Phantom of the Opera."
What is that?
I've never heard of these lyrics, but those lyrics sound better.
It's funny because I mentioned this in the DTL chat once, but if you ever go to Joy Sound Machine, which is like one of the more popular karaoke systems in Japan, also if you go to any Japanese karaoke place in the US, they probably have Joy Sound. And I think that's what they have on the Switch too. But anyways, if you sing Phantom of the Opera, they don't have the version that everyone knows, like the one like from the actual finished musical. They have the demo one from like the workshop that has different lyrics. I fucking love that original version. It also, and if you watch the music video for that one, it has the original Phantom mask. That's a half mask going this way. which is funny because that
all very interesting.
no, the half mask is part of the logo, but if you watch the musical, the mask is like this, like half this way.
It's vertical instead of like horizontal.
Also, if you ever see the musical in real life, all like the hair part is part of the mask. I'm probably spoiling this for everyone, and it's always a big reveal that when he pulls the mask off, suddenly he becomes like all scarred, even though that was invisible before.
Like, most people don't actually like go to theater. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like I would love to, but for me it's like the cost, and also just like I have no idea how to like schedule that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm seeing Avenue Q again next Saturday because it's his last day.
That's a big one that I would love to see.
Yeah, I saw it last week, and then they're also that same theater, the Cupcake Theater. Well, it's the Hollywood Majestic, but the troupe is the Cupcake Theater. They're doing Legally Blonde, I think, starting 2 weeks after. So yeah.
Manuel.
I love everything that's been said in just like the past 40 minutes. This is amazing.
Yeah, I'm seeing Spring Awakening at my old community college. But I'm gonna. What do you say?
Oh no, I forgot. There's one more that I was gonna put in to my presentation. It was Jimi Hendrix's Along the Watchtower.
That one's funny.
There you go.
Because the original one sounds so different. It's all
yes,
folksy.
Bob. It's kind of weird, but I was like, what? It's a Bob Dylan cover, and then I listened to Bob Dylan. So like, bro, this sounds hella different.
Wait, no.
What's the best opening song and why is?
It's Konyawa Hurricane from Bubblegum Crisis, the first episode. Well, technically that doesn't have an opening, but it opens with Konyawa Hurricane.
And as usual, Manuel's wrong.
Also, fun fact about that one real fast, because when that was released, it was when people still did this. That version, they have an English version of the song, which you don't hear that often anymore, I feel, in anime. Like the voice actress, the voice actress sang an English version.
It's starting to come back.
Oh, it is? I haven't heard that in like so long. That was such a 90s thing.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, a lot of like singers on YouTube actually like do their own like covers and junk like that. So that, I mean, in that sense, it makes sense because then it's like, okay, sure, fans do it.
When are you gonna sing the theme song to LOL Surprise or whatever?
Okay. You guys are gonna hate me on this one, but it's either Fighting Dreamers, okay?
We are fighting dreamers.
Or
Hey, that's not even the best Naruto opening, but okay, it is iconic.
No, what's that one by Joey? You know what?
Kanata.
Oh, that one's good too. No, but what's that?
Wait, Haruka Kanata?
Oh God.
Do
another.
No, the Asian Kung Fu Generation one.
Haruka Kanata.
So yeah, it probably be between
Closer's my favorite.
So maybe because man, when they played that song live, dude, I felt the whole fucking ground feel like we were on the second floor when Asian.
Yeah, that's a wild feeling.
And I felt the ground. I was like, dude, this building's gonna fucking break. I was like,
that is a wild feeling.
So it's probably
anime openings are already hype. And then if you're like in a concert and it's like crowd, it's like next level. Like it's just you can feel the fucking adrenaline.
I'll go with Haru Kanata.
I remember.
I'll
funny
go with that one.
Mr. Taku says the song's called "Go," not "Fighting Dreamers." Fun fact: I was at
karaoke.
It is.
Yeah, it
I
is.
was at karaoke with this motherfucker. I was at karaoke with Warren and Sylvia and Kat and Leslie and some other people, and I remember I was trying to pick my song, and Kat kept yelling at me. It's like, Manuel, put on Fighting Dreamers, put on Fighting Dreamers. And you know how hard it was for me to find that song because first of all, I was also kind of drunk when I showed up, but it's not called Fighting Dreamers. But that's what Kat kept yelling at me. And then when I put on Go, she saw Go appear. She's like, Manuel, that's not Fighting Dreamers. And I'm like, I ignored her. And I just passed the thing on.
Honestly, I think like if I'm going like pre-time skip, because like if. There's no favorite for me. Like, there's no best.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite
either. Because there's too many good ones. There's too fucking many good ones. Like, I've been getting back into One Piece lately, and like I can't stop fucking listening to Superpowers on fucking loop because that shit is just too fucking hard. But
by the way, Molly, what's your favorite opening? While I get this thing going.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
The second
Demon Slayer one is hella meta though.
I really like the ones by Konomi Suzuki and then also the ones by Garnadelia. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah, those are usually solid. Yeah.
Didn't they do like? I was gonna say Fate. I'm serious. What the fuck is that show called?
You know what's actually? You know what's a better one? Which groups / artists make the best openings consistently?
Because Asian Kung Fu
Oh,
Generation is definitely one because you
oh.
because that's Haruka Kanata, and they also got Rewrite from Full Metal Alchemist, and a bunch of other ones too.
No caps though. I know we were talking about Fist of North Star before, but I want to
already-
know more to say is a really good one too.
Yo,
you are shocked.
You were shocked. Yo, that song is fucking yeah. You know what,
Jam
Manuel?
Project.
Oh.
Yo, Jam Project. Hell yeah. Jam Project is like cheating though.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, I'm biased with this one, but maybe the Hunter x Hunter openings because I really love Galnerius.
Ooh. Wait, the opening?
You know,
wait, Gallineers did the opening? No, they just did the
yeah,
ending.
they did
Hunting
the
for your
ending
dream, right?
too. Uh-huh.
Wasn't there only
They
one
did,
opening?
They did
Archer.
both?
Oh,
I didn't know they did the opening. Listen, the ending though, Hunting for Your Dream. Oh my god.
I can't remember how it goes off the top of my head, but Get Along from Slayers, the first season. I fucking love that song.
Honestly, I like the one from Slayer's Try better.
Oh, that one's good. Breeze.
Yeah, that shit was hard. And like, I watched Slayers when I don't know if anybody else had this. It was international channel, and like if you had basic cable, it was like channel 75, like where I was, like fucking Houston, and like it was scrambled as fuck. But like Sunday nights around 10, they would have Dragon Ball Z original voice everything, but no subs, and then they have Slayers right afterwards. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but like. And like for whatever reason, when I started watching it, it was that exact season of Slayers, and oh my god, the fucking like the Spanish guitar theme. Oh god, that shit's like I'm always a sucker for that kind of shit.
Wait, how's that song go? Rocket Dragon Ball Z.
Ball Z. Then they have scream.
Ooh, Grand Rodeo is always a good one, and also. The two that at first I didn't even like.
Oh, never mind.
But I got accustomed to Maximum the Hormone. That's one.
Yes, actually, I'll agree with you on that one.
At first, I didn't like it because like the first opening I heard from them was the second opening to Death Note. Right, and I was like, and like going from like what's it called, the first opening to that. The first opening was amazing. To that, I was like, oh god, this is Screamo. I'm not a fan of Screamo, but then like I got into it, and then I found their Frieza song, and I was just like, oh shit. And then like everything else they did for whatever reason is good. I'm like, oh damn. And then the others band that I didn't like at first, but then it grew on me was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Because they had the other Hunter x Hunter ending.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. Like, You know, you're right. Maximum of the Hormones. Okay, they're consistent too. They're actually really consistent too.
I don't normally like Screamo, but like it's fun, you know. And they had the opening of the second Kaiji season, and I was like, oh god, I don't know why, but this is just like, oh god, it hits.
Are you ready to get my? Oh, I don't have a drink ready. Hold on, keep talking.
That might help.
The opening was what's up, people? Huh? Yeah, there you go.
What up, people?
Was that Molly?
No.
No, Molly knows what tones are.
Oh my god! Look at this piece of ice. This is not a cube.
I think I said it before. Grand Rodeo. Grand Rodeo. Flow again. Cheat codes. I forget who the fuck it was that did the one opening to Moto 2 Pirates or something, and they had the one dude from some metal band. I forget what it was. Damn it! I'm
shocked.
Was it Metallica? No. Megadeth. No, they had the guitarist from Megadeth, I think.
Also, like if you're talking about like some American ones, like I still think obviously shit like the Sailor Moon opening and Pokemon opening are still slap.
The actual good American one, fucking Smile Bomb, Yu Yu Hakusho. But hold on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Smile. So, you know.
So today we're doing a bunch of video. We're doing a.
Is that Warren?
Oh yes, you okay? Hey! Okay, all right. You guys want to know? So I think the one to the left. That's actually the one to my left is my favorite Metallica shirt, but I lost, and I was actually playing God of War 2, And my friend's like, hey, take a picture. And I made the ugliest fucking face. And if you guys can see, MySpace is on that screen right there.
Warren, you need to make that your fucking like profile and everything.
And Leslie
That's
sleeping in the
amazing.
other. Is that Leslie sleeping?
And then I'm playing Pokemon or Monster Hunter while Leslie is sleeping. Okay, continue, Manuel.
But yeah, today it's funny because I didn't know what to put here because this is actually a lot of little topics. So I was like, what do I put? So I asked.
Oh, you're doing the mega micro presentations thing.
So I
was thinking about doing one of those.
Yeah, I asked Warren like for some pictures of him playing video games because surprisingly I don't have any of myself. So yeah, or go ahead and argue with me.
That is the Monster Hunter special edition.
Fun fact though.
Yes.
I had a Mario Kart like LAN party where it was like 16 players, and this was
Double
one
Dash?
of the TV. Yeah, this is one of the TVs we used. Look how old that TV is.
Dude, it's a CRT.
The thing is, like, back then, that's when they were thinking, like, oh, electronic appliances, whatever the fuck, people want to buy this, so we have to make it look like furniture. That's why, like, all this shit back then, like the old Atari, yeah, that's why they had that.
I know, with the fake wood paneling. But yeah, I've been talking about doing this kind of thing for a long time. All my little video games, like, but did you know? Basically, a did you know gaming kind of type thing, but actually,
did you know that Super Mario Brothers 2 was Doki Doki Panic in Japan?
Shut the fuck up! I hate that.
Wait, was it?
I remember that there was DTL where I think you said that, and I'm like, shut up, Pleiades, it's Doki Doki Literature Club, and then like Callie would not stop laughing. But anyways, so this goes all over the place. But anyways, I'm just gonna say like, yeah, and not everything I said that I was gonna cover like over the years is in here, but most of it is. So I made a joke about my have a game podcast. We'll see. And honestly, I want to point out now that this is not the most like factual, facts hunty type video presentation. Like
feelings, no facts. That's where we are.
No, I mean like this is all true stuff, but like this is all in my own words. I didn't like do extra new research for this. So if you want to know more, look it up on your own.
This is very true, Manuel. You are encroaching on Leslie's territory right here.
And here's one of my it was funny. I told him I wanted to be on when I did this one. So yeah, my first one is one I've always talked about. Console generations do not exist, and they never have.
They have. They do.
No, hold on, wait. I'll show you. So,
they do. They objectively do.
Wait, hold on. Let's take a look at what's so-called the third generation. Now, notice when the systems came out: the NES in '85, Atari 7800 in '86, the Sega Master System in '86, TurboGrafx in '89. Then look at the next year: Sega Genesis in '89, Super NES in '91, the Neo Geo in '91, the Philips CDI in '91, the 3DO in '93, the Atari Jaguar in '93. Anyways, you get the point. Look at the years. Basically, we don't know this because everyone only thinks, oh, it's only Nintendo, Sega. No, literally a console gets released every fucking year. And you might be all like, oh, wait, hold on, I'm not done. And you might be all like, no, but it's actually when things change. Like, look, the PlayStation brought in CD games. Motherfucker, do you not see the CDI there in 91? It's like, it was also a 32-bit console. So on.
No.
Yeah, when it was cheaper. Back then, it wasn't.
Listen, some of those shit were like, they were like, borderline arcade perfect, but like you had to like spend like fucking $2,000. This shit was insane.
Now, honestly,
that was Neo Geo for you.
Now, mind you, I don't want to argue too much on this one. There's a lot more to get to, but honestly,
no, let's go ahead and argue. I want to fucking argue.
No. Also, it's not even.
I want to argue.
No, Manuel's just objectively wrong, is the thing.
The problem is shit like this, that like people assume that the console wars is technically just Sega, Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft, but it isn't.
No.
Also, hold on. It's all arbitrary. It's all made up. Time's a man-made concept. And it's funny because now people are always like, I think console generations are ending because shit like the Switch is like in mid-generation. I'm like, no, they never existed, you dumb motherfucker. Get that off my screen.
No. First generation.
Manuel.
1972 right here.
Get it off my screen. I'm not done here. Anyways.
New console. Yep. Every 5 years and look at that.
Yeah, roughly 5 to 6 years.
I mean, I think each company can have its own generation, but it's not like generations as a whole.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Molly actually explained the whole thing very succinctly. Like, you could say that Sony has a generation, you could say that Nintendo has generations, but not the industry.
So those are different kinds of generations, though.
And you see it a lot. Just to go back to the other slide real fast. Oh, you're not showing my thing. Just to show it real fast.
Oh shit! Hold up.
A lot of people like to say it's the 8-bit, the 16-bit, and 32-bit, but they're all mixed in there. Like technically, the TurboGrafx 16 competed with the Famicom or the NES, but that was 16-bit, and then almost half, actually more than half of the quote unquote 16-bit generation consoles are 32-bit. And obviously, do I need to even tell you that the Nintendo 64 is 64-bit? So anyway, yeah.
I would say that the way that they're like colloquially like treated, yeah, it's wrong. It's inaccurate just because like there's way more stuff before the Nintendo.
Also, the lists get really funky when you start adding shit like handhelds in here. And also, you got to remember things like, did you guys know the Atari 2600 was still being actively sold? I don't mean they were they were still producing new ones until the early 90s, right up until the Jaguar came out.
They were still making Dreamcast games up until like 5 years ago or something. They might actually still be making them. Honestly.
Anyways, here's the next one. No, Atari didn't bury tons of unsold and ET carts in the Arizona desert. Well, sorta. So here's the thing. You might have heard this. This is like one of the most common gaming things forever. That in 1983, Atari released a game called E.T. based on the movie, and it was so bad that it single-handedly destroyed the video game market. And they got all the cartridges they couldn't sell because they printed more than there were Ataris, and they buried them in the Arizona desert. Is Arizona? Yeah, it's Alamogordo.
Yeah, it was there.
That's New Mexico. It's New Mexico. Sorry, fucking hell, all this is wrong. It's Alamogordo, New Mexico. Anyways. They even made a whole documentary where some people went and found it, and people were like, "Oh, it's been rumored that they did this. Is it really true?" So let's get into this. Yes, they did it, but it's not this big end-all be-all thing. This is an actual article. There's tons of newspaper articles like this where like they reported on it. This is a normal thing companies do. It's usually people don't report on it.
Burying games in the desert?
Yeah, it's called a landfill, Pleiades.
Anyway. I feel like no, that's companies usually don't fuck up that bad.
Well, because back then, e-waste wasn't treated the way it is now. So now it gets sent off to a company. But back then, we didn't know that you don't want to put like a bunch of computer parts into the.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Let's not lie. Nobody just cared.
Very famously, a lot of people when the Game Over documentary was coming out, people were like, if you go to the YouTube trailer on YouTube and while it was still being made, there's comments like, "Guys, this isn't a mystery. This has been written about many times. People just blow this up." Like people like AVGN and old books would always talk about like this mystical thing, but it wasn't. It's
like old books.
Also, the video game crash. Literally only happened in the US. Now people do fix that. People call it North American game crash, but like for the longest time until like YouTube existed, everyone, because you get people from other countries, everyone would be like, "Oh, the video game industry almost died." For example, did you guys know the same year ET released, the Famicom released in Japan, which is the NES? So no, it did not die.
I mean, the thing is, like when you talk about like global economic things, it's like it kind of like creates shockwaves. But like, yeah.
So, and this I call this the Doki Doki Panic of stories also, because this was just as annoying. I hate when people mention this. Like, dude, it is a story, but it's not like this isn't sensationalized. It's like people do this all the time. Also,
no, hold on, no. Because here's the thing.
To go back to this
moment
picture,
actually did directly influence Nintendo because that's what made them so hard up on like, no. We are like fact checking and like checking
we're gonna get back to that.
Every single body. Because
like
these people just fucking make games and then they turn out to be shit. Like, no, we're quality checking everything.
So this is the funny one because a lot of people like to be like, "Oh, there's a lot of videos I see on YouTube where it's like, did you know that Nintendo weren't the first ones to do this?" So, anyways, or didn't. So, one time about this, Nintendo really did shift the industry many times.
Okay. Yeah.
First of all, the NES, Nintendo basically invented. They invented the D-pad, as in a cross control pattern. Before this, games would use buttons, like separate buttons. And no, they weren't like sunk in. They would just use up, down, left, right, or only up and down or left or right, whatever you needed. Or a joystick.
A drink.
Also, they were the first people that created a handheld with interchangeable cartridges. Now, it's funny because people like to show, like, did you know that the Game Boy wasn't the first handheld with interchangeable cartridges? I'm not making this up. You can Google it. I forgot what the fuck it's called. The other example is this console that nobody really knows if it ever got released, and there's literally no working example of it.
I mean, there's a lot of consoles that like were actually more powerful than the NES, than the fucking Master System and shit, but they weren't like they didn't have games.
Also,
so like they didn't actually fucking like sell.
About the D-pad, the patent office agrees with Nintendo, which is why a lot of other D-pads for other controllers back in the day it's expired. But at the time, it's why that Genesis had that ball bearing D-pad. It had the ball bearing D-pad, and the PlayStation had the D-pad that was under the controller, like that was I don't know how to describe it. It was under.
I understand exactly what you mean. There's certain D-pads and things like that where it's like if you shift to like one end, like left, you can't press right at the same time.
What is the thing on the upper right hand corner? What is this?
Oh, that's a Game & Watch.
Yeah, that's a Donkey Kong Game & Watch. Oh, I didn't say that. That's actually the very first time a D-pad.
No. I'm talking about on the screen right now. There is a man that is holding two what look like shoes, and one of them is spilling milk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I can change it.
What is it? I'm just confused. Where did it come from?
Wait.
He has a booty.
Here we go. There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Fire.
We're better.
Wait, who's that? I don't never know that guy. Who is it?
Oh, I want cereal now.
Also,
I'm gonna make cereal in the break.
It's a fun little fact that when Nintendo first released the Famicom,
last drink. I kept alternating in between like a million different gifts while we were doing this, and Manuel just never noticed
until the end. But hold on, when
I was like, "This is gonna be fun when he goes back to edit this."
On the very first Famicom, Nintendo did fuck up, and they released it with square buttons that didn't work right. And that's the picture of the square button Famicom controller.
Hey, growing pains. I mean, they were the first ones to do 3D like analog controls.
Now,
actually,
thank you for that's my next thing. So a lot of people like to be like, "Did you know Nintendo weren't the first ones?" Yes, we all know the Atari 5200 analog controllers. I mean, but did you know that not only did they not work, but almost no software supports analog controls. The controllers were literally so bad, like the wiring, I don't know what you call the traces, like on the circuit board. The circuit board was a piece of plastic, like a flimsy piece of plastic, and the traces were just on that, so they always failed.
Like Nintendo was like the stick actually made it so like you could slightly, and then they would like your character would like slightly walk, drink.
Yeah. Also,
instead of just being like full like 100, like if you press this button, you're running or not.
Also, have you ever played a 5200? I actually have, but the reason I bring this up is because it was a huge flop, and nobody has ever really played it. And maybe now through an emulator. But anyways, Nintendo 64 came out with the analog pad, and everyone copied it. That's the Sega Saturn one. There's a 3D control pad.
Is that the what is the analog pad? Which one is that?
The stick in the middle for the N64.
The
joystick. If you want to call it that, but yeah. Also, fun fact.
The thing that gave every kid playing Mario Party stigmata.
Fun fact. I'll never bring this up. I'll never be able to talk about this again.
The fucking rolling game.
The rolling one.
I have to do it faster.
Just like
the very
fucked up hella controllers doing that
you
shit.
Could mail in. You would like if you had a complaint or whatever, they would actually send you a fucking special glove.
Yeah. Also, I'll probably never mention this again, but the original DualShock for the PlayStation actually had concave analog sticks. Everyone kind of knows that they're the rounded ones, and now they're concave again for the PS4, but the original launched with concave ones.
I'm surprised they went back.
Also,
a price thing.
Now we're talking about motion controls. So there
now
were a lot of.
There was a point where they were like a dome.
There were a lot of attempts. But the Wii popularized them. And obviously, at the time, the two main competitors copied
that's a vibrator.
That looked like a dildo.
That's a vibrator. Yeah, that's a dildo.
Nobody playing with the dildo.
And it's worth mentioning that at this time in the mid 2000s, a lot of people were like, "Oh,
triple balling."
We laugh about it now, but a lot of people in the mid 2000s, a lot of people were all like, "Oh, cell phone game is going to take over." And
Drake said every CEO.
And basically, Nintendo was the first one to really bounce back from the whole thing because they, for better or worse, they did a lot of games for the casual market. Also, it's worth mentioning that the two ripoffs, the Kinect and the Move, they both still. Well, the Kinect stopped obviously but that very famously they kept trying to push that down your throats. But the Move still exists. The Move is now used with PSVR.
Yep.
Oh, what?
Yeah, at least they actually improved.
Okay, now this is one.
And PSVR is like the fucking Xbox doesn't have like something like relatable to that. So hey, there you go.
Now this is the funny
Molly
one.
actually went and got cereal. I love it.
No, this is the funny one. This is the funny one because this one I've never heard anyone but myself ever point this out. The PlayStation, the PS1, actually wasn't much cheaper than the Sega Saturn. Now, what's the big point? Wait, hold on. So very famously, at the very first E3 in 1995, Steve Race came on stage. And everyone was expecting to have this big speech about the PlayStation, and all he said was $299, and everyone cheered, and he walked off stage. Now, the reason he said $299 was that was a reference to the price, and they actually call this the price heard around the world. And this is when Sony became a real competitor, and they beat the Sega Saturn. Okay. Now the idea.
It's true.
The idea. Well, now, look at PlayStation Now.
But they fucked up harder than that.
So it's actually interesting.
So months before any of our games come
keep
out.
this in mind. Keep this in mind. The idea is the PlayStation is $100 cheaper than the Saturn, right? Let's talk about this. And I've never heard anyone ever point this out. And this is always my big pet peeve. Okay. Wait, shut up. Listen. So this is what they came with. The Sega Saturn had a pack-in game, either Virtua Fighter or Daytona USA, depending which one you got, and the console had the ability to save games built in. Now, what did the PlayStation 1 come with? A free demo disc, and that was it. It didn't even come with
demo discs.
It didn't even come with a memory card. You literally could not save your games out of the box.
I know, man.
So
yeah, but I mean, like before then.
So
anyway, SNES and shit.
Anyway, technically the Sega Saturn came with because the memory card of the PS1 was like $30 at launch, and the game was like $50. So technically, you only saved $20 between the two consoles. So no, it was not cheaper. It was cheaper, but they basically you paid for the cheapness, if that makes sense. And for some reason, I'll admit, Sega fucked up because they never came out and pointed this out either. I don't know why they did it. That's bad marketing on Sega's part, but Sega was making tons of mistakes.
Maybe they are.
Anyway, here's a bunch of little Pokemon things. Do you know why Pokemon's called Pokemon?
Pocket monsters.
Pocket monsters.
Well, hold on. Do you know why it's only called Pokemon in the US, but it's still called Pocket Monsters in Japan?
Some sort of like legal thing.
I know, so Christian shit.
Close. So there's this thing everyone knows. In the mid 90s, this Japanese cartoon that gave kids seizures called Pocket Monsters was making all the rounds in Western media.
What are you talking about?
The game would not come out for one more year at this point. So Nintendo just wanted to distance themselves from this. Oh, we're not releasing Pocket Monsters. We're releasing Pokemon. And believe it or not, I'm not just making this up. There's a scholarly article written about this where somebody noticed this and was trying to warn it on parents. And yeah, it worked though, didn't it?
They call it Pokemon in some places in Japan.
Well, Pokemon, they call it. Fun fact: if you play Pokemon Legends Arceus, that's the very first.
No. Go back. Say that again.
Arceus is the way you pronounce it.
No, it's Arceus. Incorrect. It's Arceus.
Anyway, Arceus makes sense
it's
for
Arceus.
Pronunciation. It's pronounced
it's
Arceus.
Literally
Hey, you're making fun of me for pronouncing shit, and you're fucking up.
I will like how
Get him, lady. Get him.
I mean, it's Arceus compared. If you look at the katakana and the hiragana.
Just kidding. I love you.
But it's officially, if you ask someone at Nintendo, if you watch the trailers, it's Arceus. But anyways,
which is stupid because I guess they changed the names of Pokemon.
Well, TLDR, that game is the first one that used Pokemon worldwide. So it's only happened this year.
But what about the Pokemon Center?
Well, that's because that's a worldwide brand. The cards are still called Pocket Monsters. Anyway,
they are on the back of the cards, yeah.
So,
but I will say this, Mr. Otaku, thank you for bringing this up. If you're an adult and you had wage to buy consoles, that's one thing. Drink manual. But if you're trying to convince your parents for like a Christmas gift. Oh no! Like $100 is a massive difference.
Also.
Yeah, I got lucky. My dad was just like, "Yeah, we can get this for for us."
I still have, and this isn't exactly a secret. I still have old Game Pros that were previewing Pokemon, and they were calling it Pocket Monsters still. So they were going to release it as Pocket Monsters, but they changed it. And mind you, it was always called Pokemon technically in Japan, but it's the same way like Dorakue, like for Dragon Quest, or like I can't think of any other top of my head.
Short? Is it just short? Because
Japan does that. Yeah, Japan does that.
Just like we call Monster Hunter Monhun.
Yeah, there you go. So let's talk about that Porygon incident. Now, the Porygon incident comes from a certain episode called Electric Soldier Porygon.
Wait, what?
Oh, yep.
There's a Porygon episode of Pokemon?
Okay, shut up, because there's stuff I'm sure you didn't know about this. So, now, a lot of people thousands of kids. Actually, first of all, let me say that it's still a tragedy it happened at all. But the numbers are more in like
Wait, hold
a
on,
little
sorry.
over 10 people who were sent to the hospital. And get this, most of them were not from the show running. They were because a news broadcast had the bright idea to play the footage again.
Oh,
I don't want to laugh about that. They fucking were not.
Yo,
thinking.
that's fucked. That is so fucked.
Also,
Continue.
Porygon has basically been curbed from the franchise forever because of this. But did you know? I mean, you
I'm
probably
sorry,
do know,
it
but you
sounded
never
like the
thought about
world,
it.
though.
But you never thought about this. Pikachu was the one who caused the flashing, not Porygon. There were Pikachu's eyes that flashed.
No. Pikachu was in every other episode, and there were no seizures then.
Also,
Porygon is the variable here.
this is the funny thing because I still see people say this all the time. Did you know you can watch this episode today on YouTube, subtitled, and you can even watch a fan dub of it? It exists. It's easy to find. It's just that they never aired it again. Some people seem to think this is lost media. Oh, the lost. No,
that's
you can watch
also
it.
why they never put Porygon in any fucking episodes after that. They're like, fuck this. We're not. Nope. Fuck that. Fuck the press.
The
fuck
last
the bad
one.
press.
The last one is that a lot of people like to point out that it's a thing in Pokemon games that they get a third game. First of all, that's kind of not true because it only happens about half the time. But did you know that technically we never got a third game for Red and Blue? You might be like, what about Yellow? Yellow was always meant to be its own game. If you go to the Japanese website, it's the Pikachu edition. Do you know what the actual third game for? Do you know what the actual third game for the original generation was? It was Pokemon Blue because
because green was the original one.
But like red and green, like the sprites are completely different though. We got red and blue, but there was like blue and it was like the sprites were updated from that shit.
Yeah, technically, it's not that we didn't get a third game. We never got the first two.
Exactly. There you go. Wait, wasn't those the ones where like you could actually get like Mew in the fucking truck or some shit like that?
I don't remember
was that misinfo?
I don't remember the version.
I think the truck thing is a misinformation.
But like I thought it was like they were attributed to like in the very, very first one, maybe, but
no.
Here's some other shit. Fast shit. When companies merge, I don't know if you guys know. I'm just joking around, but typically,
not Square Enix. No,
typically only one company survives, and this is kind of meant to be the thing. You don't want like two managements like still around because then they're not gonna get shit done.
It's confusing.
With some rare exceptions like Bandai Namco, because they're so varied, both brands still exist. But for example, Sega Sammy, Sega doesn't exist anymore. Have you ever wondered why Sonic Team doesn't have literally anyone who ever worked on the original games? Yeah, because they don't exist anymore. They're just names.
Left. Yuji Naka fucking was like, peace.
There's only one guy still from the original Final Fantasy teams. And it's the guy who
might be a good thing.
Hold on. And it's the guy who did the Saga games, the ones that no one likes. So and I think he's
I like Saga for two.
Nobody likes are the ones that nobody played.
No one likes them because those are the ones that you don't have level up systems. Like if you want to get your strength up, you have to attack, and if you want to get your HP up, you have to get hit. Shit
I like that.
So yeah, Square doesn't exist anymore. They released a movie called Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. It cost them millions and millions of dollars, and they had to be bought out by Enix, and Enix is a publisher, and they bought them, and they bought Eidos.
No, that's not quite accurate, but okay.
No, it is accurate. Enix doesn't make its own games. Enix has never made a Dragon Quest game. The first 3 games were made by Chunsoft. The next 3 were made by, I think, Compile. I forget exactly. And then some
So then where are the Dragon Quest games coming out from now if they never made a Dragon Quest game?
They're like the LGN because like they publish but other people develop. Don't you
know
video games?
Yeah, it's like Nintendo doesn't necessarily make all of its own games. It makes some of them, but a lot of them it just publishes.
Also, Koei Tecmo is an interesting one because Koei is the one that exists now. Tecmo had a lot of bad games like Ninja Gaiden Sigma and a few others I can't remember all the names of that basically lost them so much money that they had to sell themselves to Koei. That's why things like Team Ninja, which Tomonobu Itagaki, I believe his name is. I mean, he left before the whole sale, but like that's his team. He made Dead or Alive. He's not there anymore. It's like having a Yuji Naka-less Sonic team. Go figure. Anyways. So here's another fun one. Nintendo going Sega. This pisses me off so many times. Whenever Nintendo fucks up a little, everyone's all like, oh, they're going to go with Sega. They're going to become a Sega. Let's be real here. Let's stop and think about this. Sega literally only had one successful console. Now you might be like, oh, the Dreamcast sold
I covered this.
Yeah,
specifically. I covered this. This is a
They had
specific
one.
whole fucking presentation. It was like they knocked out of the park once, and then everything else is them just fucking like. Wait, actually,
Okay.
I'll put a GIF in the upper right corner for this because this is
And
actually perfect.
And let's be really real here. If we're talking about the franchises and IPs the
Here
companies
we
own,
go.
okay,
This
first
is
of
an
all,
accurate depiction of Sega trying to
Sonic-
The
make
Dreamcast was only tight because we could play burnt games. Okay,
Is
that's
Sonic-
the real reason why we got it.
is Sonic really comparable to Mario? I mean, really? Because they were at one point.
Well, at one point it was, but
Yes.
They haven't been in.
But now,
decades. I
no,
find
now, no. Like
And,
now,
like-
Mario is like a fucking like
And-
corner.
he had games with rabbits and shit.
And I just find it funny. I just find it funny that like you can't compare the two companies. I mean, maybe compare them to something else, but comparing them to Sega only makes sense if we were talking 1993 or something.
Yeah, I can't honestly in this day and age. I don't understand.
For the record,
Drake,
for the record, I know a lot of this shit's been pro Nintendo. It's not that I stand Nintendo. No one should stand a company.
it's
but
just,
you
it's just
also-
like it's just like stating facts. It's like
I just
some
want to
things are
say
strong, some
that
things
I
are
have
weak.
done what he's doing that GIF. I've stepped on a rake and it went up
Rake
every single
step?
time.
Oh,
That's Sega.
Well-
Their whole fucking time trying to make
It
consoles.
is a painful experience.
Mhm.
And no, I did not do it on purpose. People usually ask that. I didn't do it on purpose. It was.
You're,
Also-
that's
also-
how Rake stepping goes.
Also,
I
here's
like how
another
people
little-
asked you if you did it on purpose. Like you're just like, yeah, it's gonna.
Yes,
I wanna
I
see how-
slammed the
that's-
rake into my fucking
like,
face
into my face.
10
Like,
times
yeah.
in a row.
Here's a
on
fun
purpose.
fact. Here's a
Okay.
fun fact that nobody ever talks about. You know the Sega does the
Is that
Nintendo.
Michael Jackson?
It
Hold
did.
on, you know the
Yep.
Sega
It
does the
did.
Nintendo? That
It
was
did.
not against the Super Nintendo. That was because, if you remember from earlier, the Sega
Didn't say
Genesis
Super
released in
Nintendo.
1989, so they were competing with the NES. So the idea was, by the way, this goes back to my whole thing.
You
Console
mean
generations do not,
SNES?
they do not exist because the Sega
Drink.
Genesis was competing
do
with the NES
exist.
for 2 years.
Hey Manuel, the
That's-
SNES.
but that just means that the generations don't line up how people think they do.
So
Like
anyway,
that's the bigger issue.
so this entire ad campaign wasn't saying that like, oh, we're better than the SNES. They're saying we're better than the NES, which technically they were.
I mean, they were, yeah.
Also, this was the one on the right was the counter to the SNES, because their whole ad campaign for when the SNES came out was, look, we have a 2-year head start, so look how many games we have, which is a weird thing to say. Like, they're no longer bragging about their power because they couldn't, so they were just bragging like, we were early, so here's like, we have 100 games, but they have 5.
No. But no, here's the thing though. That is exactly how the fucking like Wii and Xbox 360 outpaced the PS3 for like a solid 5 years. To be
Also,
fair,
I don't know how this all came out as one thing. So the whole Nintendo PlayStation kerfuffle is a huge
Uh-huh.
thing that's
Uh-huh.
like, but most people don't know the timeline.
drink
I don't know if you guys remember.
the fucking console version of Game of Thrones. I love it.
The Philips CDI is the company that like Nintendo eventually went with to release a
boy.
Sega CD console,
wait
and
for
that was in
Conga.
1991. So in 1990 was when this whole betrayal happened, before the SNES release. So this is 5 years before the PlayStation existed. So
Who
technically,
betrayed who?
hold on, technically, whatever the Nintendo PlayStation would have
Wait,
been
what
would have been.
betrayal? Did you talk about that?
No, he hasn't actually yet. That's what I was trying to like go.
I
into
assumed
that.
everyone knew this. TLDR, the whole thing was that Sega came out with a thing called a Sega CD in 1990. I didn't even talk about that in my generations list, but they came out with a thing called the Sega CD in 1990, which was a
That-
CD add-on, and Nintendo wanted to compete, so they were going to launch the SNES, and then like a few months down the line, they were going to release their own CD add-on called the PlayStation that was developed by Sony. Now, Sony was hands-on with the SNES development. They had provided the sound chip, and they were all this nice
Drake.
partnership. They're both Japanese companies.
This is actually one of my
And-
favorite things of like gaming. I'm
and,
not gonna lie.
I'll get to why Nintendo did it, but at very famously at the CES, there was no E3 yet. At the CES that year, Sony was all happy showing off this thing called the PlayStation, and Nintendo at their booth, they're showing off their new partnership with Philips, who are going to release the CD thing for them. Now,
Hey, that's my CD. That's my portable Walkman.
so
CD plays.
the president of Sony was going to scrap the whole project But whoever, I can't remember his name, whoever was in charge of the PlayStation, like, no, we're gonna release it ourselves. But the thing is,
Make our own console with blackjack and hookers.
Hold on. So the thing is, people seem to think that this happened in 1994, and then the next year the console came out. No, technically the console was put on hold, and what eventually became the PlayStation is 99.9%, except for the name, different from what they were giving Nintendo.
But it was I love the fact that it was very much like, no, fuck you, Nintendo. We put the time and effort into this. We're putting this console out, and they became fucking one of their biggest competitors. I love it.
Also, no, well, this is the next thing. So also,
Big dick energy.
Did Nintendo ever put out a CD thing though?
No, they didn't.
Well, until the GameCube. It took them until then.
No, the GameCube, there was. Oh yeah, but the Philips thing became its own console too. But very famously, the CDI still got Nintendo franchises, and we got things like Zelda, the Wand of Gamelon, and Faces of Evil, and so on.
And that's why they are so fucking hard up on like licensing with any third parties.
But also, the reason why Nintendo did it though was because Sony gave them a really shitty deal, where like they were gonna Nintendo was still paying for a decent chunk of the development, but Sony was gonna keep like all the share from the games. Which, if you know the video game industry, that's where most of the money actually is.
Yeah, I mean, usually they take a loss on the consoles. Honestly,
so honestly,
that's what the PS3 was for years.
No matter everyone who's in the know about this pretty much assumes that if Nintendo had gone through with this, PlayStation 2, or what they probably owned the IP, so probably with something else, would have been its own console anyway. So it's not like and Nintendo would have paid for the development. So like they would have been fucked. Like Sony was gonna do this anyway. So
I mean, who knows?
We'll never know for sure, but it was kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. They either accept
that'd be a fun
deal,
fan fiction, right? I'll say that.
They either accept the bad deal and literally just give Sony like millions and millions of dollars and develop their own competitor, or they just let them go pay for it themselves.
I mean, honestly, if it means like hindsight 2020, but like if you knew in hindsight, like, oh, we eliminate one of our biggest competitors, they might take that L.
No, I want to point this out. That almost, if you ever watch a video game history YouTuber or anything like that, they almost always refer to two books. One's the ultimate history of video game, Stephen Kent, and the other one's Game Over by I forget his name. But anyways, those are the two books that came out in the 90s, early 2000s, and these have a lot of the then first-handish interviews, but they're almost all proven wrong today. And it's funny because like people have come out and they're like, because journalism for video games was very unheard of in the 90s, like real journalism.
So like, this shit's still sketchy now. Let's be real.
So it's really unfortunate that these are really inaccurate, but people still fucking use these sources, and it's so annoying. If you ever watch The Gaming Historian, he's a great guy. I love his videos, but he always likes to use Game Over, and Game Over has been proven to be inaccurate.
I mean, this is interesting. Like, would you have to put an asterisk next to everything you said? Because that does suck. But like, also, like, what else do you have to go off of?
So my point to bring this up is a lot of the shit, like the PlayStation, the fucking Atari Desert bullshit, even the console generation shit, all come from these books that everyone keeps, regurgitating the same incorrect or incomplete stories. It's annoying. So yeah, conclusion: I was Warren with a gun, and that's it. We only have.
Oh, what? Oh, you actually put this one in there?
Maybe one day I'll do a part 2 because there's a lot of other things I didn't include.
One day? When's a one day? We got 4 of these left.
I said far in the future, like during one of those special ones. I don't know. Probably not. But anyways, but that being said, the most interesting ones I feel I did this time. There's a lot of others I didn't include. But anyways, and yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why I put this in. Argue with me more, but do so at your own risk, because Warren will shoot you. Warren's my buddy.
Oh shit! That's when I used to have a mullet.
Oh wait, hold on.
I'm gonna read the comments while Molly eats her cereal. Or did you finish your cereal?
Yo, that was the 9 that I was trying to fight. I was trying to fight away those bears with. That one time I went hunting, and I'll send you guys photos.
So you're saying that thing about like how there's nobody left in the team, right?
Oh no, Chusoft did 1 through 5.
Listen,
6 to 8 was Heartbeat. I never heard of Heartbeat. Level 5 and Square Enix. Wait, Square Enix. The Square. Oh, well.
Squenix.
By the way, Square Enix. By the way, when Square Enix develops games, once again, just go back to the whole Enix, listen to its own games. That's technically a Square company that just I guess technically they're the same now.
For all intents and purposes, it's pretty much the same. Like
it's just that
like,
Enix very famously like never published like the EA.
Okay, but do they do stuff with other companies?
I'm ready, by the way.
So when Warren comes back,
we'll wait until
we'll start.
Yeah, but look, the thing is like, so like if a team's gone, like if a team like has all their shit evacuated, but like the team still exists and they have like other people in there, is it completely different? And I gotta say, just because like it made me think of the fucking whole like Vision ship of Theseus shit, you know? What I mean?
It's like where it's like if all of the pieces of what are different now, is it still the same ship?
Right? It like that's immediately what I thought. I was like, it's not. But
if
also,
I cut off Molly's arm and then I put a new arm on there, then I cut off Molly's leg and I keep doing this until Molly's.
Okay, I was just going to say that
though.
it's like every 7 years or something like that. Like basically all of our cells are new cells, except for there are some cells that don't die, and there are theories that that's what causes aging, not like cancer.
Oh, telomeres,
cells,
like that, yeah.
But they just like they stay in the stasis of like being like, yeah, I'm not gonna die, but I'm.
I think that's the exact amount of time we've known each other. So does that mean that we knew different us's back then?
If you get in a teleporter,
I will say like I am a different person than I was a month ago. So
listen, but Molly, that's healthy. If somebody legitimately says like, "Oh, I'm completely the same from a year ago," you have like the motherfuckers have not grown. Like I would hope to be different.
Well, I mean, I have like specific things that happened a month ago that
would
that very much so changed.
You are right,
but
I mean, but like,
I know what you mean. Like, yeah, I mean, there's definitely times where I haven't like changed a ton, but like I'm still grown at least a little bit.
I mean, like you go through, you learn, and like you
there's definitely certain experiences and stuff that just like change you more than others.
But
also, I mean, at this age, like at our age, we're gonna be changing less than when we were younger.
You know what? I want to fully deconstruct an entire mentality, and the only reason is because I feel like that's kind of what winds up feeding into like what everybody like memes into being like what is like boomer behavior, where it's like the idea like you just don't grow, you don't like. You're not receptive to like changes and shit like that and learning. I don't know. Like I feel like.
Well, I'm just saying, like I am going to change less in the next year than I did from the year of 0 to 1.
Oh yeah.
Like there were definitely more changes there. But I know what you mean. I agree with you.
That was confusing. Yeah, I didn't what you meant by that. I'm like, what? Molly's confusing me. My brain. I'm a little drunk.
I mean, that's why when people are saying like, "Oh, like, what's it called? You're the person you're always going to be when you're 20." It's like, no. You are going to run into a lot of bullshit, and you will change.
Also, Weston, did you have any like arguments or counters to my presentation? I'm just curious. I think
you disrespecting the game historian. He's a.
Yeah, his name's Norman Caruso, by the way. And fun fact, I've interviewed him.
I met him like a handful of times already. He's
I interviewed him. Unfortunately, the interview is very out of date because at the time he was working on a big hour-long Tetris video, which is a great video, by the way.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the video where like they wound up going into like Tetris VR, whatever the fuck it is, Tetris experience?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I love that fucking video. That shit is so cool.
We interviewed him at the convention, and we talked about that one because he'd been like hinting about it for months, like on his channel. He even did like other videos in between, like smaller ones. It was like, oh, soon as the Tetris one. Anyways, but we interviewed him, and I remember that was back when like Hama was still coming to a lot of events with us. That was like the little dog mascot basically, and Hama is like was just like jumping on his table and everything. Also, like he sat in the chair that was next to him, which was the chair for the completionist and another YouTuber. And the completionist came back and he was like, "Why is there a dog in my chair?" and Hama would not get out of the chair
because they're more entertaining.
No, it's funny because like Hama's Eunice's dog, and she's
And
like,
he'll
you have to just start sitting, and he'll just move then. And the completed.
Oh yeah, animals one.
Otters. Okay. Well, anyways, I'll tell the. That's actually the end of that story. Well, TLDR,
They're water cats.
he posted pictures. He posted pictures of Hama, and he was supposed to tag A to J, and he never did. That was the end of that story.
You should add him on Twitter and grief him.
I mean, it's Water the Bridge. He probably forgot our name. It's not like it was that important, but yeah.
Speaking of water and bridges,
It's odd. Oh yeah, it's Molly. Molly's an otter now. It's Mal Otter.
Otter.
Mal Otter.
Hello, everyone. I'm doing a presentation.
Oh wait, we did a timer going. Hold on, timer.
I got it.
Otters.
I already got it.
We got it. Okay, good. Otter. You sound like you're saying Callie.
Oh, I miss Callie.
We all do.
Oh wait. Oh, there you go. Okay.
We all silence.
What are otters?
Oh, look at Shantae. Like
birds.
Oh,
hips.
first of all, I would
Nobody
just like
knows.
to say none of the animals on this page are otters. This was just a cute thing. There's no. That's a whale. That's a penguin. That's a seal, and that's a polar bear.
Is that a sperm whale?
Posting up for the seal.
I don't know what kind of.
No, that's not. Because that
Okay.
had like a big old head.
Overview. Otters are carnivorous mammals in the subfamily Lutrinae. Fun fact, apparently otters have been known to eat dogs that they have drowned.
Sounds about right.
What?
Yeah, it's happened.
Yep.
Anyways, though,
Wait.
but
Otters have drowned?
They're like water.
no,
raccoons.
they've drowned.
No, they drown dogs and eat them.
They drowned. Sorry, I like inhaled dust or something.
They're too smart, man. That it's the shit. Like the animals that are most cute, like are also like really fucking smart. And they wind up doing really fucked up shit.
So
as a
all
result.
otters are either semi-aquatic, aquatic, or marine. Semi-aquatic means that they spend like a significant portion of their lives in water. Aquatic is that you spend all your life in water, basically, and marine is specifically salt water as opposed to fresh water.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
didn't know
most
that either.
most otters will actually do both. But there are some that will only do saltwater.
Oh. Where do
Names.
they sleep?
So
Well,
here's some names that have to do with otters. An otter's den is called a holt or a couch.
Ah,
Male otters are called dogs or boars, while females are called bitches or sows.
You said the B word.
I love this.
Babies are called pups.
They
And
just
then
like us.
collective
they are
nouns,
just
like a
like
group
us
of
for
them
real.
could be called a bevy, a family, a lodge, a romp, or a which actually is just because of how playful they are, or a raft. And a raft
A
is specifically
raft?
something to do with sea otters. That's specifically to do with sea. That's specifically to do with sea otters. We'll get to that.
If you ever lost at sea, you just jump on a bunch of them.
Apparently, otter poop. Like many other animals, they use their poop to like mark territory and stuff. And it apparently has a
yeah.
distinctive aroma, which has been described anywhere from freshly mown hay to putrefied fish. And it is known as
Ew.
sprain.
Musk, yeah.
I had to
I
talk
watch
about
Angry
the
Beavers.
poop because I talked about
They're
I
not
talked
otters,
about-
but beavers.
wombat poop. But wombat poop is weirder because it's cube.
Don't they have square poop?
Yeah, it's weird. So description. This is kind of like a general description of otters. They tend to have long, slim bodies and relatively short limbs. They are members of the weasel family. The Lutrinae, actually, let me go back real quick. The Lutrinae family is a
Drink.
subfamily of the weasel family, whatever that one is. So,
Oh, okay. Man, what the fuck are you
yeah.
doing?
I'm doing the otter.
anyways, the otter poop dance.
Yes, the otter poop dance.
Okay, I don't have that in here, but we'll look up the otter poop dance after because
Oh, I didn't even know this thing. This is hilarious.
don't look it up.
I love
We'll
this.
look it up at the end. So, they have long, slim bodies and relatively short limbs. They have webbed feet and the ability to hold their breath underwater for long-ish periods of time. They can't breathe underwater or anything like that, but
They can hold it.
and
But how long?
I don't know how.
Oh, wait,
long.
never mind.
I think it depends on the type of otter.
Hmm.
They also have sharp claws and long tails. The tails are oftentimes like a lot of their length is tail. In fact, when
Like a
we're going
dog.
over the size of the otters, it's like the size of the body, it's the size of the tail, because it's the really long tails. Except for the sea otter, which barely even has a tail.
That's weird. I would have thought it'd be at least like a rudder. Drink.
Well, I mean, they might have like a small one, but it's not like a long tail like the other otters. Their fur is very soft. There's a soft insulated underfur, which is protected by an outer layer of long guard hairs, and the guard hairs traps air, which keeps them dry, warm, and somewhat buoyant.
Oh.
In water as warm as 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit, otters need to catch 100 grams or 3.5 ounces of fish per hour to survive.
The fuck is
Oh my
Celsius?
god.
Oh, never mind. It's in there in parentheses.
Most hunt 3 to 5 hours each day, nursing mommy otters up to 8 hours a day.
Aw.
Full-time job.
Yeah, it's a full-time job.
Fuck them
Life
kids.
cycle. So this is just in general. They're pregnant for about 60 to 86 days, give or take. The pup is cared for by the mommy otter and the daddy otter and the older brother and sister otters.
Like hardcore Minnesota accent in their drink.
And most of them, there are some that are more solitary, but
Oh my eye.
girl otters reach sexual maturity at around 2 years, and boy otters around 3 years. Pups can leave the holt and are able to swim after 2 months. But pups live with the family for about a year. Otters can live up to 16 years and are naturally very playful. And I don't know why, but I really like this sentence. Its usual source of food is fish and further downriver eels, but it may sample frogs and birds. Like,
Whatever
take
it has
this
to
wrong.
get, man.
and I'm not sure if I wrote this later, but apparently. Oh wait, no, I'm talking about that's with sea otters again. There's a lot of us. Okay, so these are just the extinct species, because last time Manuel kept going aw every time there was an extinct species. So now you can just get all your awes out. These are all the extinct otters.
Get one big mega aw.
I will say most of these genuses,
Drink.
or most of these aren't even species. It's like just the genus. The entire genus is extinct.
Oh, we had a Japan one. He had a samurai sword.
It's a-
Oshawa.
I was about to say
There
it's
was
Oshawa.
a Japan
He's
a
Oshawa.
Japanese otter. But yeah, I mean, it just went extinct in 1979. That's not long ago.
Damn.
Oh shit.
It's okay. He deserved it. That Pokemon looks sorry at his last of all 40.
I mean, yo, if it would have
So
stayed
now
in
let's
his,
go
like,
over
first
each
stage,
genus.
maybe.
Agreed.
There's 2 otters that are currently extant, I believe, which means, or extant, which is the opposite of extinct. They still exist. One of them is the Eurasian otter, and the other is the hairy-nosed otter.
That seal looks really happy.
First,
Oh, extant. That's what
Oh,
you
yeah.
meant. I thought you meant like I would have been like unextinct. Continue.
So the Eurasian otter, which is Lutra.
Great.
Fun fact: these are the most widely distributed member of the otter subfamily. That's not my open one. They are territorial and solitary.
Is that a titmouse? Is that what those are called? Like those birds? The one on the right? Sorry.
That's a kiwi.
Kiwi. Okay. I just want to be. I just want to say tit.
So, their
Man.
territories are apparently like up
Weston should
to
just
like
get it.
a couple miles. They have really large territories, and same sex or same gender territories don't overlap, but they might overlap. Like a male's otter territory might overlap a little bit with a female's otter territory. For
That's
specifically
wild. They
these
have, like,
otters,
a different thing, the
and they are
parrots
not
and
threatened. They are also known as the European otter, the Eurasian river otter, the common otter, and the Old World otter.
stuff. Ah, yes. The
Apparently, there are
colonized
Old World otters and New World otters.
A what?
Size, they're about 22.5 to 37.5
Drink.
inches long, which is not counting the tail, which is 14 to 17.5 inches. So their tail is like half their body length.
Well, don't they have like those big
like a lizard.
flappy?
Or I mean, their tail is like a third of their body length, I guess. They're usually about 15 to 26 pounds, with the record being 53 pounds. And I'm like, wow, he's a lot bigger. He's a chunk.
Yeah.
A lot. He is.
Hold
a
on.
chunk.
Hold on, he coming.
Oh Lord, he coming.
And then here's the range. As you can see, you know, it's Europe and Asia and a little bit of Africa.
And that, what is that? That's not Malaysia, but like, what is that island part of? Indonesia.
Yeah, I am actually not sure. Here are some pictures. Yay, pictures! They're so cute. Look at this one. This one's a baby. Can you see my cursor?
Oh my God!
Look at him.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
Wait.
gonna lie.
Oshawa.
That,
I've
that
been
one
thinking that they
literally
were
looks like
beavers this
my
whole time.
cat.
I just realized I've been thinking about beavers.
Manuel, they are not.
I mean,
Manuel's like, do they chuck wood?
but beavers are rodents, I think. Are they?
Wait, are these the ones that put like the thing on their
I'm a
chest? They like hit it or
Mhm.
whatever? Okay.
It's the otters. Wait, are beavers?
Yeah. Well, beavers
they're-
Yeah,
there
beavers
was
are
a-
rodents. These are not
Beavers
Otters
rodents.
actually. Wait,
These are weasels.
wait. Raccoons
But-
do this, but do otters clean their food before they eat it?
I don't know. Maybe. That's
Look at that one. He's all
There's
happy.
only it's a limited
Yeah.
amount of like animals who do that.
But yes, here we are.
Also, they break clans on their bellies.
The sea otters do, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have the hairy-nosed otter, which is Lutra sumatrana.
That's a good cough.
Oh my gosh.
Dying.
Molly, no.
Welcome to the club.
So they are one of the rarest and least known otter species. Just one of the least. They are endangered. But kind of in the middle of endangered. They're not critically endangered, but they are endangered. And in most respects, it is similar to the Eurasian otter. Yeah.
Why do you gotta be
Bless.
They're 22.6 to 32.5 inches on the body, 13.8 to 20 inch tail, and they weigh from 11 to 18 pounds. So they're a little bit smaller than the Eurasian otters.
That makes sense.
And here's their range. They
It's
are
like,
in Southeast
That's
Asia.
Malaysia. That little peninsula.
Manuel's are like,
But
that's Malaysia.
Well, it's zoomed
Who's
in, so I
Malaysia?
could pinpoint Malaysia, not Eurasia.
And here's some
Malaysia.
pictures. Look at them.
hey,
Cute.
Hey, he's skinny.
Yeah, these
they
are
are
older
skinny.
and wiser.
Now we have the next genus, which is Hydrictis. This is just the spotted-necked otter.
That's a T.
The spotted-necked otter, which is Hydrictis maculicollis, is also not threatened. Yay, not endangered. Fun
Because
fact,
they don't
there
let
used to
them
be 5 subspecies that were previously identified, but they more recently decided that those are probably just natural variations in like how they look. So there's none that are
They
currently
just clump them all
recognized.
together. Oh.
Yeah. It used to be that they were like, oh, this is actually a different like subspecies, but they're like, actually, it's probably just like a different coloring, but like of the same species. They're also known as the speckled-throated otter, and they're 28 to 30 inches, or 13 to 14 pounds, and then 22 to 24 inches, 6.6 to 10.4 pounds for females. Females in general for otters tend to be a little smaller. And then the tail is 15 to 17, so they're kind of a similar size to the, or to slightly bigger than the Eurasian otter. Here are some pictures. As you can see, they have this
Oh, I
speckled
see.
throat. This one is
Big ol'
blepping. This
neck.
one has a blep. Blep.
Blep.
The one in the upper right almost looks like a kangaroo drink.
Oh, the one in the middle looks like a ferret.
This one really looks like a beaver.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy, he looked like he'd be like, yo,
They are related to
let me
ferrets.
get something. Let me make my
That's
house under the
ferrets or
river.
weasels.
What's that one Pokemon that everyone says like Donald Trump? This looks like them.
The fuck?
Oh.
It's a Pokemon. It's everything like
Yeah,
Donald Trump 'cause
it
I
was
a
in
kid.
Sword and Shield.
Yeah, I
Or,
can't remember its name, but yeah, it looks like.
Donald Trump Pokemon, is he?
Next,
I don't-
we have the next. Oh, also, actually, no, I'm talking about that later. Okay, the genus Lutrogale, which is the smooth-coated otter.
Lutrogale.
They are vulnerable, unfortunately. It's Lutrogale perspicillata. Fun fact: they live in groups of up to 11 individuals, so they're more social.
His name is Gumshoes, by the way. But
Actually,
anyways,
from what I
There
can
we go,
tell,
Oh, it is
the
good.
Eurasian otters seem to be some of the only ones that are really not social. They in southern Bangladesh, these otters are trained to chase fish into fishing nets.
Oh. Huh.
They are 15 to 24 pounds, 23 to 25 inch body with a 14 to 17 inch tail. You'll find a trend. They're all kind of about that size. But I still decided I'd already gotten this far. I was like, I'm not changing it. We're going to talk about the
Fair
size
enough.
of all of them. And here you can see where they are. They are found kind of in the Indian subcontinent in Southeast Asia.
The manual's just like,
And here are
Malaysia.
some
that was Malaysia.
pictures.
Yeah, that was Malaysia
You can
again.
see how smooth they are coated.
oh, they are smooth.
Yes.
Then he got that. Look, he got that fish.
They have similar to like
He got
oil that they
fished.
coat their like body in, right, or something like that.
Look, that one up there got a
I don't
booty.
I know he's not supposed to say that too. He's looking kind of thick over there.
Okay, next genus is Lantra. Now this
He's
one
like, I
has
got cake.
four species in it, 4 extant species: the North American river otter, southern river otter, neotropical otter, and marine otter. North American river otter, which you may be seen in North America. They are not at all.
I
think
endangered.
it's
They
a
are least
beaver.
preferred.
If I ever saw one of these, I'm not gonna lie. There's a high probability that I try to take it home.
Do people?
You can live
So-
in my bathtub.
They are different from the European otter by its longer neck, narrower visage, shorter tail, and smaller space between the ears. And they're found in groups of up to 17 otters, so they're very social. Which is why when I first read that Eurasian otters weren't, I was surprised because like I've known more about North American river otters, and they are. They're also known as the northern river otter or just river otter. Females are about 18 pounds. Males are about 25 pounds. They're about 26 to 42 inches in body, and then 12 to 20 inches in tail. So they're a little bit bigger. Than some of the other ones we've seen. And here's some pictures. Look at this one standing.
Aw.
This one has some rubble.
Is he on snow? What the?
It might be. I mean, look at the rain.
They were in
look at the
Alaska.
range.
Wait, they do
They were
drugs?
in Alaska.
Yeah, there's some in Alaska. Like they're all the way up here. Like they're
It's
Oh.
Canada. It's Canada, East
Yeah.
Coast of
That's
Alaska.
Canadian. Oh,
you probably see them in NorCal. I actually think
That's great. Oh my god.
you might be able to see them in the Monterey Aquarium. But yeah.
My second grade teacher, her name was Miss Otterson, and she
Oh,
she-
my one of my friends in high school's last name is Otterson.
oh whatever they're related, and she had this whole like she taught us all about otters just because of her name. I remember she made a whole otter unit that I'm sure was not.
he gets hit by a
standard.
bubble.
Then we
Bubble.
have
He's a river
the
bubble.
southern river otter, which is sometimes considered to just be a subspecies of the North American river otter, but it has not yet been decided that they're the same thing because they live so far apart. They were vigorously hunted for their pelts throughout the last 100 years. That is not an AKA.
That sounds
Um,
familiar.
And they're about 30 inches long. Tails add 16 inches, 11 to 22 pounds. Here's Selma down.
Motherfucker.
Look at the
Oh,
baby.
you baby.
Little
Oh,
baby.
boy.
He can't. He don't have his eyes open.
I know he
He's
just
just
little
like-
baby. Oh, and they're found in Chile and Argentina. And
Oh.
I thought that was
Okay.
Africa. I'm racist.
Manuel, yeah, that is not Africa. Fuck.
you look like
That has nothing to do with race. You're just dumb. Drink.
I would never find Carmen.
Well,
It might
You just-
also just be
you just
asleep
dumb.
because the mom's eyes are closed too, so it might just be asleep.
She's so cute. She's such a good mom.
Is that Africa again, Manuel? Huh?
Shut up.
And they are endangered. The southern river otter is endangered. So now we have the neotropical otter, which possibly
Based
has
in Peru.
many subspecies. It's also known as the neotropical river otter, and they're from 11 to 33 pounds, 14 to 26-inch body, and 15 to 33-inch tail. So there's a lot of variation there, which is why I think possibly
Dang.
think that it has many subspecies.
Oh, this
And
otter
here are
speaks
some
Spanish.
pictures. This one's holding a little shovel.
Aw. Wait, they do use tools, right? Or some shit like that?
Yeah, otters use tools.
Oh, look.
They'll
They'll
Nice.
also they'll slide down
Drink.
riverbanks and stuff like that.
Whenever an animal has a hand that can grab things, it always scares me.
Yeah, because they can totally take over.
Yeah, I'm always like, I feel like they're just really close to.
Listen,
Like
the
Now,
fact
we
that
we have
kangaroos
the
didn't take
marine
over
otter.
Australia is amazing.
Which is Lantra felina or felina. They are endangered. They're rare and relatively
Oh,
unknown.
no.
They only live in saltwater, unlike most other otters.
Strange.
You can see here they're on the coast of,
Of Africa.
of South America.
It's Africa, Manuel. Is that Africa, Manuel, too?
Everywhere
three for
that's
three,
not the
Nick.
United States is Africa to
Their
Manuel.
fun fact: their scientific name means otter cat in Latin, and it's referred
Hey.
to as as gato marino in Spanish.
You literally water
Literally
cat.
means
Yeah, it's water cat.
water cat.
I'm gonna call it. That's like Leslie's new nickname. Hey, Gato Marino.
Leslie wouldn't have. I was trying to be a cool Spanish name, but she
Drink.
would not let me have it.
That would
Sorry,
kind of be
Molly.
a fire Twitter tag.
Gato. I'm gonna take that
That
right
it
now.
kind of would be.
They're about 20 to 34 inches, 12 to 14 inch tail, 6.6 to 11 pounds. So they're a little smaller. Here they are.
Whoa! Look
This
at
one
that.
has an octopus.
Whoa. Wow.
Damn, look at the octopus. He's just like, damn.
Oh, that
Listen,
octopus has seen better.
You came to the
Best
wrong
thing-
planet.
Besting an octopus is legitimately an accomplishment.
Have you ever seen
Those
how
motherfuckers are
octopuses-
smart as hell.
I saw a documentary on octopi recently, and
Was it
apparently
my octopus teacher?
was it? It might have been, but the octopus is like they really move weird. It's crazy seeing them like live.
They can literally like compress their bodies
Yes.
like down to like a fucking like centimeter. It's ridiculous.
Have you seen the octopus run? Because they can run.
Yes.
The fucking octopus
Okay,
is finding
next
Dory?
genus. We have
Accurate.
the Aeonyx genus.
Hey yo.
Oh, these are
There's an
African.
African clawless otter, Asian small clawed otter, and Congo clawless
Drink.
otter
Why he gotta be African?
because he lives in Africa.
Why not?
What's wrong with those 2 parts of Africa? It's like they're like we don't go to those parts.
Listen, that part right there,
Blood
that's the part
diamond.
you can never ever get down in fucking pandemic.
That's what I'm saying.
They
I
are
feel like we
not
should-
threatened.
Madagascar, man.
They are the second largest
Oh, shit,
freshwater.
posture
Or
check.
sorry, actually, they're the third largest freshwater otter species, or second or third.
They're
They
hella
have
fucking
clawless
huge.
feet.
Oh.
Except for the second, third, and fourth hind feet toesies have small claws that are more
Aw.
like our fingernails. They don't actually go past like the end of the finger.
That's what it does.
Cape clawless otter or Groot otter are other names. There are
Wait.
24.
Groot?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know.
They're 20 to
Please
42
elaborate
inches
for me.
long. Their tails are 14 to 21 inches, and they're about 22 to 79 pounds. So that's
Yeah, that's their
they
heavy.
get big. Here they are.
I wonder how
So you
that.
just-
Oh, they're
Oh,
in
what the
hands.
This is
fuck?
what the
Ah!
feces look like.
Ugh! Whoa, that was
Whoa.
so gross. What the fuck?
That looks almost like a
Damn,
chicken,
Manuel.
though.
He looked like
Look at the
Those are the
baby.
fucking predator
Just look at
hands.
the baby. Look at the
Okay.
baby.
He's gonna grab you.
With the
He tried to
hand,
grab
though.
butt.
Oh my
But
god.
look at the baby. It's a baby. Oops.
Ow.
The one at the top, the one at the top middle,
Wait,
looks like he's like
Baby.
he's staring
are-
down the cameraman.
This is the
Are those, like-
baby.
Are those
Big
claws that were
sapien
like
hands.
retracted? In the bottom right, are those like? Is that like where their claws
those-
would come out, or like what is that?
That is what they're clawless. They don't have
Oh,
claws.
so those are just nubs. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Look at that. This is the baby.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at the baby. Everyone say hi to the baby.
It's the baby. It's baby.
Hello,
it's
baby.
Let's
baby
go.
Groot. It's baby
Then we
Groot.
have the Asian small clawed
I
otter.
gotta be Asian.
These are the small because they live in Asia.
Representation.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just. You know, try-
Well, they're
Um,
also in like Vietnam
Drake.
and like
Africa too, Manuel.
and
They
everything.
are vulnerable. They have claws
Same.
that do not extend past the pads of its little feetsies. They're
Oh,
the
look at that
smallest
word.
otter species. They're also known as the Oriental small clawed otter and just the small clawed otter. They have
have the
18.4 to
Oriental.
24 inch body, 10.2 to 13.6 inch tail, and they're 6 to 7.7 pounds. Look at the babies.
Oh,
These are look at the baby.
Look, he has a tummy.
Baby.
Oh my god, look how cute the one
that.
in the top right is.
I
Yo, that one's
know.
in
He
the
has a
top right.
tummy.
No, he pog
I know, he's
checked.
like-
Look at that.
Tummy,
I know he's
rubber
yeah, he's
belly,
pogging.
rubber
He's just
belly.
like,
I've seen the video that this comes from. I'm pretty
They're all
sure.
partying. They're all partying.
Oh,
right
look
there.
at them, they're so cute. They're tiny and cute. Okay. Then the Congo clawless otter, Aeonyx congicus. Or congus.
hey, now they're living in a
Remember?
part that the other ones don't live in.
That they weren't in before, now they're here. So they,
Manuel, is this South America, Manuel?
they used to be
No, it's
recognized as a
Africa.
subspecies
It's not
of
the United
African
States, it's
clawless.
Africa.
They used to be recognized as a subspecies of the African clawless otter, but they're believed to spend. But now they're considered their own species, and they're believed to spend more time on land than other otters. Their paws are only partially webbed, and only I think the back feet are webbed, or only the front feet. And they have
That's
small
interesting.
peg-like claws,
I
That's
like
the-
that.
also known as the
They're
Cameroon
pirates.
clawless otter. And they're about
Cameroon.
24 to 39 inch body, 16 to 29 inch tail, 31 to 75 pounds. Here you are. It looks like a freaking badger.
What happens out the
Ooh, look at his
borders?
hands.
Oh
It
yeah,
looks like
the
he can
marks on the
fight.
face, absolutely, yeah.
Look at his hands.
Okay.
It looks like he got real fists. He about to fight somebody.
Where?
At the
Oh,
top.
here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The top left. The top. He
Okay.
looked like he's just like, you want that smoke?
Now we
About
have
to slap your
Venus
shit.
and Hydra,
Drink.
which is the sea
Drink.
otter. Okay,
Drink,
sea
you
otters
haven't
are very
drinking a
different, so I had a lot of stuff to say.
No, she's been. I got it.
Oh,
Okay. Sea otters can walk on land, but they're capable of living exclusively in the ocean. They usually stay within a kilometer of the shore in waters that are about
What's a
50 to
kilometer?
75 feet deep. They
a mile.
profoundly affect the ecosystem more than their size and numbers suggest. So when they're when they're endangered, and that really affects the ecosystems that they live in. They rest in single sex groups called rafts. So when they're all like holding onto each other and sleeping, that's called a raft.
Huh.
And a raft usually contains 10 to 100 otters, but the largest raft recorded contained over 2,000 sea otters.
That's a lot.
They may wrap
Wow.
themselves in kelp to
That's
keep
not even your
themselves from
homies.
drifting out to sea.
Smart.
And the pups float like a cork and cannot dive because they're so fluffy. And their fur is then replaced by an adult fur after about 13
Drink.
weeks. Females raise the offspring and will sometimes care for orphaned pups. Only 25% of the pups survive their first year, though.
Well, I'd imagine if they're just floating along, you'd imagine like, ah, shit, we lost 3 of our brothers.
You usually only have one baby a year.
Oh, it's
Or at
even
a time.
worse.
They're very
that's
heavy
Vegas.
and big. So males are 49 to 99 pounds. They're 3 feet 11 inches to 4 feet 11 inches long, and then females are just a little bit smaller than that, 31 to 73 pounds, 3 feet to 3 inches to 7 inches long. And then here is kind of like the range. The yellow is where they currently are found, and blue is where they used to be found. So you can see there's obviously kind of this line.
Oh, they nope the fuck out of the U.S.
And here are the sea otters.
Oh,
Little baby,
he's
look how
fluffy.
blue.
Yeah.
And then here's some rafts, and then this is like a picture where you can just see like how many otters are in this.
They
freaking
look
group.
like ants almost, like in the water.
I know.
they have a moss pit.
Here you can see, okay, yeah, they
Slayer
do have a
concert.
little bit of a tail, but it's not like super long like others. They'll carry their babies on their bellies, as you can see
Aw.
here. The babies
They have
are fluffy.
They have bear-like faces. These ones.
Yes.
I mean, it's almost like they're mammals.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Now we have genus Pteronura, the giant otter.
Oh my god.
This is
They
the
are
Donald
Big
Trump.
otter. Cat otter.
They're fun fact, they have the shortest fur of otter species and have unique markings under their chin, and they use these marks to identify each other. So when they first meet each other, they'll like flash their necks to kind of show who they are. They're highly social, and
Oh.
they live in extended family groups from 2 to 20 otters. Apparently they're the apex predators of their habitats.
Oh,
I'm not sure
Hey.
if that's true
that
of
sounds about right.
all otters or just these ones, and apparently they easily share group roles, so that it's not like males are more
Drink.
alpha or anything like that. It's just kind of like all otters will
Whatever
do all-
works.
Imagine imagine
Yeah.
that when they go look at each other like, my name is Leno, Jay Leno.
So the giant river otter,
An otter
one
just with
of-
a massive fucking chin.
and they have many different names in a lot of indigenous languages. One of them being Ariranha, which means water jaguar.
Oh.
They're also known as Lobo de Rio, which I believe is wolf of the river, and Perro de Agua, which is
Dog
Water
water.
dog.
Water dog.
dog, of,
water
dog
dog.
of water.
Water
And they're
dog.
4.9
The
to
dog with the water.
5.6 feet long. They're 4.9 to 5.6 feet long. That is as tall as I am, but in length.
That's wild.
57 to
Holy-
71 pounds.
Damn.
Wait, are you
and then-
4.9 feet, Molly?
No, I'm 5.6 feet.
Oh,
Females are 3.3 to 4.9 feet and 49 to 57 pounds, and their tail is up
Yeah,
to
that's fucking
28 inches.
huge.
Fun fact, there are giant otters at the LA Zoo. Here's some pictures. The babies aren't as cute, but they really do kind of look like jaguars.
They look like old people.
They
I
do
know.
kind of. Well, yo, yeah, the bottom middle got big retired grandpa energy.
wait, but these are as big as
Yeah.
Molly?
Where they're
Why
like
you on my-
tan.
Why you
Yeah,
on
they're
my,
really
why you
long,
on
like
my
a-
river?
They're like
They're
5
like a
feet
fucking
long.
like they're like a
Like
goddamn
this.
purse.
This is 5 feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're
I'd be
big.
scared
look
if one of those came at me.
I would.
Okay.
I'd be like, I
And then the
wanna be
last one
friends.
we have genus Moringas for the red otter. These are critically endangered.
my
They're
God.
extremely rare. In fact, only one specimen has been observed in recent
Oh,
years.
never mind.
They're the largest otter species. They're known also as the northern red otter and the soulless otter. They're about
The
4
what?
feet to 6 feet, including the tail.
It's spelled
And-
differently.
150 pounds, and the range is North America. And here's
That
some
map
I'll
is
tell you
really
that-
confusing.
I thought they called him.
Wait, is this a
Is it
guy?
because he's a redhead?
Fun
This Molly-
fact. So my high school does this thing called MSSBA Zoo, where we have to be an animal, and people literally come and pay and like see us. And this is me as an otter. I
it is
technically a North
Molly, I was
American
just
river
joking.
otter. This is me. This is me as an otter.
Um,
I had knee pads on, and then my feet are in the tail to like control the tail. And here's a video, which I literally took a screen grab of while you guys were talking. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear yourself, but
I do.
can you hear it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you
No,
answered.
but it's not even playing.
No,
I want to see. Okay.
Well, I thought it would be fun. I thought it would be funny because I was gonna put it on speaker. It doesn't matter. We didn't, Oh, it's me. They're the Garway call. I'm just talking about like stuff about like events and whatever. But I was gonna answer put it on speaker. Molly, what are you doing?
I'm playing with Bark.
I always pick it up and I just listen.
They play with.
'Cause I'm
It's
always-
kind of weird hearing Manuel talking when he's not
I
talking.
know.
You better talk first.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't recognize Valerie's voice. Also, because I still kind of had my earphones on. But she's like, Manuel? Is this Manuel?
Shut up, Manuel. Fuck.
I know. I was
God
like, shut
damn,
up,
man.
man.
Whoever's
Like,
man keeps
who
talking.
actually
God
knows
damn.
me? I'm like, that was kind of scary. Like, damn, these car insurance scammers are doing good.
I also had
For real,
Swedish
though.
fish that people could feed me, and my friend's little
Anyway,
brother
I hope
gave me
that
like
was good content.
at least 20, and I was an otter, so I had to eat them.
Oh,
And
Oh,
then
no.
So, like, you're at him
I
like last four.
was also told that I was one of the
Okay.
few animals that could actually like interact because
I almost
otters
said it.
notice when
I
people
was
are
gonna
there a
make
lot
up
of the
numbers,
times. They're like,
but
you can
because I
actually
do
like
have to
make
say it.
noises at people and stuff because unlike most animals, the otters actually like
They can tell. Drink.
yeah. So yeah, this is not the
They're like
otter.
fish on. I mean,
The
they're special
Moringus
animals,
genus
yeah.
is fake. Does not that was literally Molly
That's
Ring.
a pie.
That's why he said soulless.
Oh, I
Mm-mm.
didn't get that.
Solace is like alone because there's only one.
Oh, I thought you meant soulless because you're red.
No, no, no,
red, they say like,
No.
like,
What's the Highlander thing though?
Oh my god, it's so funny because
Okay.
you read all that stuff so deadpan. I did not realize that was all reference. There's only one known specimen knowledge.
So here is just some comparisons. We have the Asian short-clawed otter and the hairy-nosed otter and the smooth-coated otter. You can see the difference in their faces. The Eurasian otter versus the North American.
Oh.
Yes, hands. Look at that.
They do all look pretty different.
One of those just looked like a fucking polar bear. I know it's just because it's black and white, but like,
Yeah. So yeah.
drink.
Those look like cryptids on the right.
Hey, man, you see this two
These are
Africas?
for their body
Two
differences.
Africas.
They kind of look like if turds, but they came alive.
Well, I
And
mean,
then here
wait,
is more of like a size difference. where you
Oh,
can
damn, the
see-
giant otter,
Look at
giant.
they smiling.
the Molly otter.
The smooth-coated otter looks like what that one mercenary in Avatar: Last Airbender was fucking riding.
I love the whale bottoms, like the whales for scale.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
for scale.
Yes, they're all that
No,
way.
narwhal,
Narwhal.
swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion.
I like the one
And
on
then
the top
here
right.
is
It's like,
just kind of the how they all
Tree.
the tree, the family tree. So giant otters, and then there were actually otters that were way bigger too that are extinct. The North American river otter was next with the other river otters,
Yeesh.
and then
Sad.
all other otters are in this over here from this thing, like sea otter, spotted necked otter, Eurasian otter, hairy-nosed otter.
oh,
It's interesting because I feel like they look. I would think that the sea otter was the separate one because the other ones look more similar, but it's not.
You think so?
Huh. Hey, the Japanese sea otter over here got a katana.
Well, it's just Japanese river otter, not sea otter.
wait,
And
is
that
it the
is my
soulless otter?
presentation.
Oh,
No, that
is it
doesn't
the
exist.
soul? Was it the
That would
soulless
also
otter
be a
because you have red
really
hair?
good Twitter handle. Soulless otter.
No, because Molly has red hair and redheads have no gingers have no soul.
And this is what otters do
Yeah,
before
that's
they
how
poop.
that's the
You
say.
see
Oh, yeah.
it?
Me. Wait, that's why they do that?
Yeah, they're pooping. It's the otter poop dance.
Oh! I didn't know that's why they did that. Oh!
Ah,
I just posted that anytime something good came up to me, I got to come up.
He's like, I'm pooping. I'm pooping.
No, it's just an utter dance, like gif, like instantly drink.
Oh my god. Oh, here we go.
there it is. Oh, they're both doing it. Oh, okay, I don't know what that's
But-
just playing. But otter.
They're doing a dance
sounds.
battle.
Dance battle.
Bring it on. Otter version. Wait, no, is this like the Airbud thing? Bring it on.
That sounds like
He
Molly.
got hands. Oh.
That's Pleiades laughing.
Fuck you.
I'm so cute.
Look at those-
I'm going to
Dude,
cry.
he looked like he asking you for like $10.
They're so fucking cute.
I need
Where's
to
my
know.
money?
Otter
I'm gonna
sounds
track
and
one
noises.
down. I'm going to be friends with these.
Sometimes we get too loud.
She's like, shh. Shh.
Come with me. Hi.
That's just my cat. That's literally just my cat.
Yeah, I actually literally was like, I would be in my pen and I just go, like,
I'm bored.
This is what I wake up to. That's gonna be Manuel in about 2 hours.
I have lots to say.
Like,
Oh my
comment,
god, I'm gonna go pee.
subscribe.
Prescribe.
I guess we could do Weston when we get
no,
back.
there's like
Wait,
a
we could do
specific
Weston.
video I'm trying to find.
I gotta take a break. I'll be right back.
Okay,
You're
I'm gonna go pee.
But my presentation's over, yeah. There's just a specific video I'm trying to find.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
You know? When you guys save stuff, do you guys usually send it to, like, do y'all have a dedicated download folder, or do y'all just save it to the desktop?
I have a download folder that, like,
I was in a download folder and then I eventually move it.
I have no patience, so I just put everything on my desktop, so I eventually have to sort that shit out.
dang, I had to do so much.
Oh, wait.
Oh, look at the babies.
Look how cute they are. Just look at how cute. Oh, my God.
You're gonna feed them.
Where is the video? This might be it. Yeah. Look at them! This isn't the video I was talking about. The one I'm talking about has more.
I'd
at one
fucking
point-
die.
At one point, they all stop and then start again.
I can't. I'd fucking die. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to leave if I had to take care of them.
I've seen Asian small clawed otters at a few different zoos, but specifically giant otters are in at the LA Zoo.
They're just so cute. They're just so squeak. It sounds like
I wonder what.
one of my little turds.
One of your little turds?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
cat.
call my daughters. Yeah. Oh wait. Actually, since I have this opportunity now.
I can't even do that sound.
Nope, you did it. Good
Whereas
job.
the giant otter also makes a very high pitched noise. I just saw a video. It's like
Bleh.
I can't even do it. It's higher pitched than I can
Bleh.
go.
That was pretty good though.
Keep doing that.
You aren't even trying. I swear
I'm
to
not.
God. Wait, is this in my bookmarks? It's definitely in my fucking bookmarks.
Oh man. Hold on, let me close all this shit. I have all the windows open still for my other presentation.
Nice. Oh hey.
But yeah. It's funny, I technically wrote that presentation last week because I was debating whether to do that one or what did I do last week? Oh, the Dream of Red Chambers one.
I have one of those too. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Where I was like, oh, I was working on this and turned out to not be a week. I'm like, oh, I guess I just got this in tuck now.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually deleted a ton of stuff that added different stuff. So yeah, that's why I was like, maybe I'll do a part 2. And I'm like, realistically, even if we do another DTL, like for a holiday or some shit like that, I'm never gonna do part 2 to this one.
For reference, because you were asking what my background was.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
Isn't
so
it
somebody
is it like
randomly on my phone. What's that?
No, I mean I know what anime this is, but I imagine that is it like Katsu, that one anime where like she's like dancing with people in Mexico or something like that. Like I've only seen the picture. I've never actually seen.
So no,
whatever
it
show.
actually has actually nothing to do with that. It actually has everything to do with this.
Latino children. Oh, yeah, that seems pretty. Well, no, you need
That
like
was the progenitor.
De la Zodiaco. I don't know how you say. I don't know. I
That,
don't know
you
how
know, that you're right. You're right. That is exactly. I saw that. I'm like, wait, but like, is this like when you take the red pill and the blue pill at the same time? But like, yo, this is just the dopest fucking shit right here. They got Takeria Goku, and then one of my homies was like, listen, apparently in Mexico, they just do not give a fuck about copyright.
Yeah.
Because they got
There we go.
goddamn Super Mario fucking ramen. You got fucking Taqueria Sonic.
No, I think that I'm pretty sure you've seen it because it had commercials. I think it might actually be in the U.S., like somewhere by the border, but there was like New Mexico or somewhere, or Arizona. But there was that one Dr. Mario. They even had commercials for it where it was like this dude in a Mario suit with like complete with head and everything, but he was like a real doctor, like a real, what do you call it, doctor for kids?
They got a
But
doctor and head? Sign me up.
But yeah, and it was all branded like Dr. Mario. I think his name was Mario. It was like Dr. Mario Hernandez or some shit like that. You know?
Wait, I really hope. Wait, no, Molly, you grew up in not California, right?
Yeah, Minnesota.
Okay,
Say
so
North
this will be actually
Dakota.
interesting. So Manuel will know this for sure. I'll be interested to know if did y'all ever have some dude in your neighborhood who was like in one of those fucking bicycles with the goddamn cooler attached to it, with the fucking like Sonic the Hedgehog fucking ice cream pops, and then like the eyes were like bubblegum.
Oh yeah, you know they still
balls.
make those.
Apparently.
Yeah, like, apparently they still manufacture those. Whoever the fuck does that, you can still get SpongeBob. I mean, you can get SpongeBob, Sonic, and some others classic ones.
They probably got some. They definitely got some Among Us shit.
But
There's no way they don't.
What always strikes me as weird is those seem to only be sold to trucks, because you can't really buy those in stores, and that really blows my mind. There's that much of a market in ice cream trucks still, you know.
That is kind of weird, because you would have thought that would. Well, then again, I mean, like if you look at the what's it called, the clientele, you know, because it's always been like who buys most of this shit? It's kids in like busted ass fucking ghetto neighborhoods.
When I was a kid,
Where I would be running down my parents for like, hey, yo, please, quarter, I want the Sonic thing.
Before the pandemic, there was I guess the con still exists. There's a con called Macross. Actually, I think it's called Super Dimension Convention, because they're like not allowed to use the term Macross. But it's a Macross convention in Torrance, like in my hometown, whatever.
Really?
So I went to it one year to cover it as press. And fun fact, it was at that con that I took a video of Mari Iijima that apparently upset her so much during the pandemic that she tried to get the channel deleted, and I had to email her personally. It was this whole thing. But anyway,
was she making the face that Warren made?
Mari Iijima, aka Minmay, fucking was going to destroy us. But anyway,
okay, what you like cut out
Minmay.
the fucking Illuminati.
Minmay. Oh, we can't hear me anymore. Oh my god.
Whoa, okay, there we go.
Hold on. Yeah, so Minmay tried to delete the channel. Can you hear me still? Yeah, there it goes.
You sound like mad robotic.
Hold on. Let me try to fix this real fast. But real fast, they had a food truck there. They had the food truck that they had was just an ice cream truck that also sold like nachos and like ice cream and like slushies and like laser pointers. And it felt like the kind of ice cream truck I saw as a kid. But like this was like in 2018 or 19 or whatever. And I was like, oh shit, they still make these trucks.
Is everyone ready?
Oh yeah. No one commented on my story. I was like, Manuel, shut up.
Good.
But I mean, like, listen, I could probably like get a bazinga to everything you say, but sometimes I'm trying to be nice too.
Wow. I know when I'm not want. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep and drink my pee.
I didn't say you're not wanted. I'm just saying, like, sometimes I show mercy.
Is no one gonna comment that you said drink my pee? I hate everyone.
Who the fuck said that?
I didn't hear you.
Wait, what do you mean?
I thought you said you make Pleiades drink your pee.
I'm gonna pee and Pleiades' butt.
There we go. Cross that off the bingo board, everybody.
He wants to use my ass as a goblin.
Warren, stop dying. What are you eating? Are you eating peanuts?
Yeah, I'm eating.
Who's
No.
He's gonna, I love that he was literally like coughing up a lung and he puts more food in his mouth. He's gonna choke. That's literally how you choke.
Eating some Cheerios. I'm all right.
Dove chocolate tastes way better than their soap.
I beg to differ.
I mean,
Wait, is that the same company?
No, it surprisingly isn't. At least I don't think it is.
My mind was literally about to just get blown. I was like, wait a second.
hold up. I need to
Oh
Google.
my god.
Is Dove chocolate? Oh, fuck.
Warren,
Dove is trying to silence us. It's the Illuminati.
hold on. Let's
You
look this
guys
up
see
real
it?
fast.
Wait, hold up. Oh. Got you right here.
Let's go. Let's get this
Not the
shit
same.
Warren.
Can you guys see the screen now?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
see
is
Shantae
that
shaking her butt.
Yeah, keep her there. It's perfect.
But
If you want to rotate it, I don't care. More the merrier. You guys ready for my timer?
Let's go. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so hold up.
3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Do. Okay, go.
Hello. Once again, I'm Dark West, aka Mr. West. I'm back for another video game presentation. This time is a genre of shooting game style. Now, these are only the top 10 that I played and that from my experience that I'm going to be sharing. I forgot to make the panel slide for, but basically a shooting style game is what it really says. Anything that's like multi-genre of a shooting game. And each of these games are going to be ranging from run and gun to rail shooters to first-person shooters to pretty much any kind of shooting game you can think of, probably like the 80s and 90s. I was going to do like another part 2 and part 3, but rest in peace, DTL.
I know.
So everyone got their coins and tokens. Let's go.
Yeah, nice.
First one is a classic because me and Manny are boomers. Galaga.
Okay. Hold on, real fast. I just wanted to tell everyone this because I actually took this out of my thing, and it was like games that we mispronounced. Did you know? I'm sure you knew this already, Weston.
Yeah.
This is actually supposed to be called Galaga. It really is. Like it's a sequel to Galaxian, so it's supposed to be Galaga.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Anyway,
Galaga or Galaga is like
you say Galaga.
an ongoing sequel of Galaxian. Anyway, it was developed by Namco, our favorite Namco Bandai company. It's actually published by Midway. Release date, Japan was July 23rd, 1981. In Europe region, it was in 81, and in North America, it was October 81. Basically, the synopsis of it is you're a lone starfighter fighting in endless levels to destroy Galaga and its alien force. That's all you do. It just keeps going on and on and on, just like with the Pac-Man. Then it starts glitching out because it can't read. The highest it can read is like 256, 55 levels. After that, it's just like
it crashes. Yeah,
It just like
So this is also a single player and multiplayer. Each with the multiplayer is player 1 goes first, and if they die, then player 2 goes and so on and so forth. But the shoot 'em up difficult level is based out of 5 range. This is a 2. It could be a little tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. The shoot 'em up style, it's a fit shooter. So basically, you're just a shooter and fits within a level. You can either be a range that's like an invisible area where you can only move certain part of it.
Look in a box. Oh, Warren's gone. Oh wait, you mentioned the best part. Let's go back to the other one.
Yeah.
If you're smart, when that ship is doing that bullshit, you let it take your ship, and then when it comes back, you shoot it, but not your ship, and you got like 2 ships.
Fun fact: that's actually a bad idea to do because the way that they shoot you, it's programmed for only 1 fighter. It's not programmed for 2 because no matter what, even if you have 2, it will get shot. It's better to save your lives and to be on a fits single shooter.
Well, it's cool to do it at least once.
It's you can do it, like it's possible, but the thing is when you get to the higher levels, the patterns of it becomes fits too. It's like,
Yeah,
it's gonna shoot you.
I'd
It's
imagine-
unavoidable.
Yeah, I'd imagine you make yourself a bigger hitbox too. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
the thing. The less the hitbox, the better. Next one is Contra. It's developer and publisher is Konami, when they used to be cool. The release date in Japan was February 20.
Wait, but they make really good pachinko machines, though.
They do. If you're into that.
Daniel, what's the timer on right now?
Oh, drink. By the way, it's on 4.
There we go. I'm just
Sorry.
gonna open up the stopwatch.
It was actually exactly 4. It was exactly 4 when you said that. So I only missed one drink. So yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, it was released in February 20, 1987 in Japan, February 87 in Europe, and in March of 87. The synopsis is weird. I was looking this up. Basically set in the year 2000, 2633 AD.
But they're still using guns.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like bullets.
Well,
He also has other guns, you
Wait,
see? The ones that are holding
guns
the
have
actual guns.
bullets?
I know, right?
what
Guns
I
are
mean.
bullets. I know.
They're
Guns are
still
bad.
using like anyways, keep going.
Two Marines are set into archipelago area of New Zealand to infiltrate the evil Red Falcon organization. That's the main organization you're fighting, and you got to fight a mysterious alien race as well. Go figure.
They're literally ripped off from aliens.
The actual like plot line of like Conch is actually really interesting.
It is. Even with the sequels, it kind of changes it up, but the formula is there. This one is single player or multiplayer simultaneously or just by itself. The difficulty of this one is 3 out of 5. If you don't have really good reflex, it will get a really like tiresome being dying like
it's
every
1
5
hit
seconds or
kills.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 1-hit kill. So you're like, you gotta avoid. This is considered a run and gun shooter because, like I mentioned, you're basically just shooting and running from A to B. That's it. This one I mentioned before in my female superhero games. This is the Guardian Legend. This is a very favorite of mine. Developer by Compile, which Manny mentioned earlier I was going to do.
Yeah,
Publisher is Broderbund. That's how you pronounce it, even though it has the accent over the O.
Broderbund.
Broderbund.
I think that they're like European or something. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, you're right. It is from European. That ass. Release date is Japan, February 5th, 1988. In North America, April of 89. In Europe, somewhere in 1990. Synapse of it is the planet named Naju is hurtling towards Earth. It is up to a gynoid named the Guardian. To infiltrate the planet, activate the 10 safety devices in order to destroy the planet and save Earth. This is a single player style. The shoot 'em up difficulty is I give it a 3.5 because depending if you're used to the lagging, because this game lags because of how much stuff
it's like slow down.
It slows down because of the enemies. The enemies just come at you like crazy. The shooting style is action adventure scrolling shooter. But it's basically I forgot to put it. It's a vertical shooter because you're just basically just shooting up.
Yeah. This is a good game. I remember, like, I used to talk about this game when I was younger, like really young, like elementary school young, and nobody else ever knew about it when I was a kid. I used to have it. I might still have this one actually.
Manuel used to play Manuel. Remember you used to like play like these kind of shoot 'em games back when back when you had to kill real people. Like in the 1940 and the early 1920s and stuff. World War I.
I thought it was a Civil War.
Just kidding. Oh damn, Manuel's over here with the Civil War. I forgot. He's all the way back there. Manuel's like, put the gunpowder in.
Oh, this is so anime.
I'm just kidding. Love you, Manuel.
Okay, the next one is
titties and guns. Yes.
Cotton. Fantastic Night Dreams.
Did you say titties and cotton?
In my dreams,
yeah, whatever you want to hear.
We are not far away.
Anyway,
the developer is Success. The publisher is this is the Sega arcade one. There's like 4 or 5 different publishers from I forgot what they were, but it depends on the system of it. But this one's the arcade one.
Wait, is that a real thing? Gynoid is the female version of an android? I thought I never heard that. I mean, is that a real term? I mean, I know what that's what it means.
No, it is a real term.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wait, has anybody ever made a song called Paranoid Gynoid then?
Possible.
I mean, you could do it, Pleiades. Go do it.
Do it.
Anyway,
the release
I feel like-
the release date in Japan was April '91, North America April '93. I put a quote right here, multi-console, because it was on the TurboGrafx, the Sega Genesis, the what else? Forgot. Atari Jaguar and all those other ones.
They just re-released it for the Switch, I think.
Yeah, they released it last year. That's why I'm using the reboot.
Honestly, yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
impressive.
reboot. Yeah.
The synapse is you are a witch named Nata de Cotton who traversed to several difficult levels to defeat monster boss in order to earn willow candy. These magical candies that it's like crack to her that she needs to.
It's crack.
It is
Cracking, man, I gotcha.
like when you defeat a boss, there's a cutscene where she's like, "I got the candy."
I just noticed that chick in the back is like not wearing clothes. I mean, she's not naked, but it's like,
This is
Why
what
are
I
you
was like. This is
undressing her?
actually kind of impressive.
it's like anime titties back there.
I mean, this is
Back then, there's
Japan.
anime titties everywhere, all the
Yeah.
time.
This one's is a single player one, but later on becomes a multiplayer. The difficulty is about 2.5 out of 5. It gets tricky if you're not used to it. This one's a horizontal vertical shooter. I forgot to add.
It's on scrolling shooter, but yeah.
Yeah.
Eee.
But I say scrolling because
Like,
scrolling is like it could be.
It
it's
moves.
like
It moves on its
If
own.
it like down up is like one thing, and then like forward just I forget exactly like which
Horizontal.
would Gradius be like the one that's like horizontal like scrolling?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Next one is Zombie Ate My Neighbors.
Oh.
Developer by LucasArts. Publisher, it's Konami and LucasArts. They, like how Manny mentioned, that they just use the name to publish it on for the systems. The Super Nintendo one has the LucasArts, and I think the Genesis one has Konami. Released on it. The release date for the SNES is September '93 in Europe. Sometime in '93. The Genesis one in North America, it was November '93. In Europe, somewhere in '93, like they always do. And worldwide, as of last summer, it's for all consoles.
It's also on the Switch. Yeah, it's on everything. But yeah,
It's on Switch, Steam,
Did they
Xbox.
do a limited release or whatever?
limited
What?
run.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
you
they might-
have it. He has it.
I have it.
Oh, sick!
has
Nice.
Yeah, you showed
It's
it.
being
you showed-
shipped to me at the moment, but I'm still waiting.
Yeah, you mentioned it to me.
Ah.
FYI, don't buy from Live and Run.
Take-
It takes them like 7 to 8 months for them to deliver.
Doctor.
Honestly, I always thought of it as kind of like ordering an anime figure. That's always
No.
how I felt, like,
Oh,
you should
shit.
like wait till like you gotta like do it like way ahead in advance.
No, I just find if you can take my money fastest, you can publish a game.
drank.
You
I mean, like,
it
okay.
should be it should be within a season, not 3 or 4 seasons.
Fair.
Anyways, the synapse is Dr. Tongue has unleashed a variety of monsters upon the citizens. It's up to
Okay, now
you, Zeke and Julie. Zeke is player 1 and Julie's player 2. There's no
Oh, the girl
switching.
would
That's
be
how it's
player
programmed. You have to fight your way to 55 levels in order to defeat the monsters, save the citizens, and defeat Dr. Tongue's plan on world domination. Now, all these monsters are homages of old school Universal monsters back in days, like in the 60s and 50s and 70s.
Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy,
The wolf, werewolf, and all kind of stuff. And this players is either single player or co-op players. I highly recommend co-op because it does get difficult even after the first couple levels. The difficulty is about 2.5 out of 5. It's less difficult with the co-op because you guys can traverse and it's not.
This game's hella fun.
Yeah,
it's not like
hella-
full
it's hella
quarter
fun.
This game's
muncher.
hella fun.
Yeah, this isn't
wanted to
a
play this one with
quarter
Manuel.
guzzler. But it is fun.
Zombies
The
eat my
style is a run and gun shooter. Basically, you're just running around. Some of the weapons is a water gun, a can of soda, a weed whacker. You can use chemicals to transform into monsters, which is actually a bonus in this one. Yeah, I highly recommend this one. I'll probably bring it to a local con as soon as I run again. We'll play.
Neat.
Next one is everyone's favorite, Jurassic Park Arcade.
Oh, that shit was so
developers-
I
fun.
missed this one.
Yeah, everyone missed this one.
Oh
Develop-
damn, this game.
The This game, yeah.
Yeah,
Developer is
this
Sega AM3. Publisher is also Sega. The release date, just 94. It just released everywhere in 94. Synapse. This takes place a few months after the incident of the island Nublar. You and your partner pretty much drive from point A to point B to get to the headquarters, the main building in the movie. And as you're traversing, you're shooting all these dinosaurs, which is weird because spoiler if you haven't beaten this, as soon as you beat the game, they're all in cages. Like you end up taking the island back.
But they're dead.
I've never
Drink.
ever like played an arcade game to the resolution.
You have to be badass, and you have to put in like. I think this game
that's
was always
so much
50
fucking money.
This game was
Yeah.
always like 50 cents when I saw it, but you have to put in the whole dollar and use both guns.
No, this one I played at Chuck E. Cheese. This was like a really popular arcade in Chuck E. Cheese. The player is either single player or multiplayer. Shoot 'em up. Difficult level is 2.5 out of 5. I say 2.5 because it's kind of difficult by yourself, but like I say, if you play with a partner or co-op, way more fun. This is a rail shooter. It's considered a rail shooter because the chairs that you see right there have hydraulics. So as you're traversing, it moves like you're like, oh shit, I'm driving on dirt, I'm driving on uneven land. So it gives you the experience of it. Like a lot of these, if you see these, they're considered rail shooters because
that makes sense.
The one that I used to go to was at an Aladdin's castle, and that was the kind of cabinet that was enclosed.
Like, I saw somebody mention that, and I had no idea what the fuck it was, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Aladdin's castle.
I've never heard of that before.
It was a chain.
Heard of him and never went there.
But the one we used to go to was like enclosed, and you could look. There was a window in the back, so I guess you could like watch people playing. But when you went inside of it, it was just dark in there. And I remember my friend, we used to hang out in there, and then we used to get kicked out of the Aladdin's castle a lot. Like we just go in there and sit in the Jurassic Park ride.
That's actually the sequel you're mentioning.
Oh, is it? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's the Lost World version.
It probably is.
No, it is.
Yeah, because definitely this was like the late 90s also. Like this was I mean, you can keep an old game around, but yeah. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. Next one is everyone's favorite and my personal favorite. I spent like literally $10,000 on this.
Heavy machine gun.
The Metal Slug story is super interesting.
Yes, it is. The developer is Nazca Corp, which was a third party. Well, not really, but like a company brother of SNK at the time. Publisher is SNK. The release date worldwide was April 19, 1996, which is next month will be the anniversary of it. The synopsis: you play as Marco and Tarma, and you must fight through 6 missions to defeat the evil dictator Morden and his rebellious army to bring peace once again. Now, what I like about this one is that there fits on the characters. But down the road, when you play the sequels, they add 2 more players, and then they add the women to it. So, so this is a game you can play with your partner. If it's like, oh, you can pick these, and then there's like more characters for home consoles and like other future sequels as well. The players is single or co-op. I highly recommend co-op. But with me, I'm only going to do single player because I mastered the whole thing by memory. I'll probably
bring back couch co-op.
Yes, they do. Shoot 'em up is difficulty level is 3 because this is if you're not quick with the reflexes, you will get shot, just like in Contra. 1 shot, 1 kill. The style is considered a running gun, and the guns range from heavy machine gun to shotgun, flame shot, laser. You get to ride out literally Metal Slug, which a lot of people, only like people who are like in the army and everything will know what a Metal Slug is. Basically a tank. That's what they call Metal Slugs.
Yeah.
I always hate the tank controls though in that game. They're always so not complicated, but you move the gun.
Because like the cannon is like it goes according to like wherever you're pointing it. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
The House of the Dead.
Yo,
next one is the House of the Dead.
There's a specific game in the series that
Dude, that game used to fucking scare me, dog.
Developer is Sega. Publisher is also Sega. The release date from Japan was September 13, 1996. Worldwide, March 4, 1997. I try to narrow this synapse because this synapse is like, what?
Oh, the story's stupid about G and Kurian and all that shit.
Oh, you're never supposed to take it seriously.
Yeah, it's just like the voice acting. It's not supposed to be taken serious.
Listen, if you've never seen the cutscenes to House of the Dead Overkill, oh my god.
Love that.
Oh my fucking god.
By the time Overkill comes out, Overkill's like really in on the joke.
Yeah,
I love Overkill though.
but it's like Grindhouse
oh my
over.
God,
It's
yeah.
like Grindhouse on
Mhm.
funny. Synapse, Agent Rogan and Agent G receives a distress call from Rogan's fiancée Sophie to meet her at Dr. Kieran's mansion, where they're swarmed by zombies thanks to the works of Dr. Kieran's experiments. The experiment he was working on is a life or death if he can bring back the dead, basically a Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein scenario. The players is single or co-op. I prefer you play co-op because the more the merrier. The difficulty level of this one is 2.5 out of 5. If you're not quick with the draw, you will die. The only good thing is this isn't a one kill. This is considered a rail light gun because the thing is considered a rail because the motion of the gun does have the vibration on it, and some of the machines have like the later on sequels have like a surround sound where it's like you can hear or you can feel the motion like you're there, so that's why it's considered a rail. This I don't know if some of you guys are familiar with this.
Yep, I know this game. This game's fucking hella tight too.
This is a game that I've been trying to add, and I can finally add. Einhinder, developer.
Oh, yo,
this game's hella tight.
Developer is Square. The publisher is they're still the Sony Computer Entertainment America, and SquareSoft is the Japanese one. When SquareSoft used to be cool. The release date. Release date was November 20th, 1997. North American release was Cinco de Mayo of 1998.
Oh, it is Cinco de Mayo.
Synapse, I'm not familiar with the Greek story of this one, but it's basically from that. Based on the Greek story, I don't know
Endymion and Selene.
I have a hard time pronouncing Endymion and Selene.
That's a magician or something.
Yeah. Selene, set in the fictional future. I don't know. During a war between Earth and the Moon. Basically, Endymion is Earth and Selene is the Moon.
It's the Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
It's Prince Endymion. No.
Yeah. The player is part of the Moon Force and must invade enemy territory. They gather reconnaissance and enemy weapons. You're basically
just had a gun.
Sailor Moon had a gun. Dun, 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 dun. This is considered a single player. It's mostly 2.5 horizon scrolling shooter.
Oh, because
you're basically just looking at that, you're shooting from this way, and then you're turning and you're shooting from an angle. So that's why it has. I forgot to add it. It's supposed to be like 2.5 because it goes at a certain diagonal with the look. This one is I want to say hard, but if you're not quick, you will die. This is another one that's one shot, one kill. That's why I rated it a 4 out of 5 because it's fun, but it's hella hard. And good luck in this game because if in the market, the disc alone is like 100 something. The complete is like maybe 200 and change.
I have one if somebody wants to buy mine.
I'll buy it.
How much is it? Damn, that has to go for a lot though, right?
That's why.
Like for sure.
Yes. The next one, I added a current one because since everyone more current to this one, Cuphead.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Mango, did you say drink?
Well,
not keep it down, but I need a drink just to quench my thirst.
Okay, sure.
Cuphead. Developer Studio MDHR, publisher Studio MDHR. They done all the drawing, the gaming, and everything else. Fun fact: this took them, I want to say 4 or 5 years because they literally hand drawn every single frame of this game.
Yeah,
I fucking love that.
Yes,
I love that shit. So I know it's such a fucking pain in the ass.
It was.
It looks like Betty Boop cartoons.
Your fun fact: it is based. It's based on
there's a term for it, but I forget what it's
Fletcher
called.
cartoons.
Yeah,
There we go. Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
These are Fletcher cartoons because of the artists.
Mhm.
And the sequels. There's gonna be a DLC in a month or two from now, so looking for that. Release dates: Window Xbox. It was first released in Window Xbox in September 29, 2017. 2 years later, it was released for the Macross. October 19, 2019. It came to the Nintendo Switch in April 18. Oh, excuse me. April 18 to 2019, and then it finally was released to PS4 in July 28, 2020. Synopsis: against the wishes of your grandpa.
Delicious last course.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Against your wishes of the grandpa Kettle, that's his name. Cuphead and Milkman go to a casino and lose their souls to the devil in a game of craps. They crapped out and lost their souls.
Man, somebody actually got fucked over in a casino to make that story. I swear to God.
Yes. The devil gives them a task to retrieve the other souls in order to get their souls back. This one is a single or co-op. I highly recommend co-op because this is hella fun with co-op. This one I kind of range 3.5 it's 3.5 with co-op, but it's 4 if you're a single player, because if you don't know the patterns of it, it's fucking brutal. Like, this game is a brutal game. But it's also a fun game because there's also easy mode for it, so you can learn the basics.
Like, it's rewarding if you want to get into it, kind of.
Yeah, that's the thing. It just like how games are. You play easy mode, and if it's like, oh, if you want to experience a better ending or a better of the game, play it at a higher difficulty. And this is
you don't have to necessarily.
You don't have to, but if you want to experience it, like, oh, I want to get the better ending, and you go with the harder difficult level. This is a run and gun type of style. This is also considered, I forgot to add, a vertical shooter because you ride you ride an airplane and you transform into an airplane. So
you do?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen those levels. I mean, I never played the game. I played it a few times, but I've only played the first level. I've never seen much of the other game.
No, yeah, you get to ride an airplane, like the old school airplane where it transforms, and then you get to transform yourself into an airplane. That's it. A couple little tidbits on it. The reason why I named it shoot 'em ups, but because shmups. The only thing is I didn't do shmups because the term shmup is you're literally on either airplane or a spaceship or anything like that. Those are what I consider a shmup or shmups.
It's funny because like you didn't mention this for Cotton, and I was going to mention it there too. Like some people like to call that brand of shooters cute 'em ups instead of shoot 'em ups.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Like the aesthetic.
Yeah. Shoot 'em ups.
Do you know which game actually coined it that?
Yes, it's Fantasy
Was it a
Zone.
Toho game?
Right? Fantasy Zone?
It's Parodius.
Oh, it's Parodius?
Oh,
Parodius
shit!
is the
That
one
makes
that-
so much sense.
Oh, is that sexy? That's. By the way, I'm not just saying that the game's sexy. There is a version, or maybe it's a sequel. It's called like Sexy Parodius.
No, yeah, you're right. There is a
I thought
sexy
they were
version.
all sexy.
Yeah,
They are, but the thing is, it's like America. They censor shit.
it's funny because not only Parodius, but it was at the same time when they were coming up with. By the way, drink one more time and also the timer. But there was also that really gay shooter. I mean that like it's literally.
I know which one you're talking about with the muscle man.
Yeah, where like and the person shooting out their butt, and like.
Wait, this
and
actually
like
does sound familiar. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't remember the name of it's called though, but it's like
This actually is very. This sounds very, very familiar.
It is.
Yeah, there's one of those for the Super Nintendo, but like it's mainly an arcade series. I can't remember what the fuck it's called though. I don't want to type in gay shooter because I'm just wondering what's going to come up when I type that in.
No, just type
I'm
in
sure
muscle.
you have way more questionable things in your search history.
Oops, I forgot it won't let me leave the site because the timer.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, Pleiades, but I'm like falling asleep over here. I
It's
think
okay.
I think I need to go.
Okay, it's
Molo.
fine. Don't worry.
Okay,
Don't worry.
good night,
I'm
Molly.
sorry. I'll still watch. I just want to like
Good
lay
night.
down and close my eyes.
You're fine. You're fine. I'm grown.
Bye,
No, you're fine.
guys.
You just go to sleep on the stream. Like, we'll just creepily watch you in the corner.
Listen,
Oh.
apparently that shit gets you like views.
I know.
Apparently.
Manuel,
Wild as fucking shit.
the title is Cho Aniki.
Choniki, yes, that's what it's
Good
called.
night.
Choniki! Oh shit, I know what that is. Yeah.
Those are considered somewhat shoot 'em up, but they're like adult shoot 'em ups.
Yeah,
Because it's like you're literally
it's like-
playing a muscle duel and you're just shooting everything from your ass to your pea shooter to your to everything you
pea
could go.
shooter.
pea shooter. Okay. Bye bye.
I'm gonna set up a drink right now. If y'all need to go pee, go ahead.
I'm good.
Did I pee during the presentation? Because I don't have to pee anymore. That kind of worries
Unless you actually have a fucking pee cup.
me. I just peed on the floor.
I mean,
I
you
wanna-
In the closet.
I have I think I have I have a couple of the Metal Slugs on my Switch because they were on sale at some point, like during the pandemic.
You're shooting a gun inside your house?
No, and if you had Amazon Prime when they first launched their Prime Gaming or whatever, like a couple years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago, they gave away a ton of SNK games for free. Like
every month. Like I
Yeah,
think.
for-
Hold
for
up,
the
I'm gonna
longest
get some ice. I'll actually be right back.
so I remember oh, and if I'm not mistaken, I think in one of a very, very, very early AJ gaming stream, Snacks played Metal Slug something because he got it free from Amazon. But yeah, but we
Word.
yeah, I don't think it was the first one. I think it was like part 2 or 3, but I think it was part 2 because I distinctly remember there was the part where like in part 2, if you eat too much food, you get like fat and your bullets are fat too, and like you move slower, but your bullets do more damage. I think that's the whole like shtick of that. So yeah.
It's either part 2 or Metal Slug X.
Yeah, and then one of the others you can become a zombie too, and
That's
I
the
forget,
third one.
I forget what the zombie does though. Like I forget what his plus and minus is. But
The plus is the bombs is like it shoots blood.
oh,
The minus is you're slow, and if you get hit again with the zombie,
You die.
You die.
I
Like
wanna-
you're impervious to bullets and everything, but another zombie can gain you.
I was watching Day of the Dead today, and I don't know why I just put it on.
Oh,
So I was like
God.
getting ready, and I forgot how crazy that movie is. If you've never seen it, it's the lesser. Well, I mean, it's not lesser known, but it's like everyone talks about Dawn, and obviously Night of the Living Dead's very classic. But Day of the Dead's the third one in that series. It's great, but it's the one where they're in a bunker, and it's funny because I don't think I ever realized in the plot ever until today. I was watching it that they imply that they were put there. I also thought that they escaped there, but like apparently the U.S. government sent them there to study, and like part of the plot is that they can't reach Washington anymore. And it's funny because if you watch the movie now, there's this doctor who's like, and that's the whole reason why they're there. This doctor's trying to rehabilitate the zombies to like make them like not want to eat you, but I never noticed this before. Go watch Day of the Dead. It's on Peacock. If you watch it, that doctor is crazy. Have you seen that movie recently, Weston? Because the doctor is legitimately crazy. The doctor who's like making bub, from Day of the Dead. Like he shows up to the meeting.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Oh, he shows up to like this meeting, and like he's covered in blood and he's all dirty, and I'm like, what the fuck? And you can in his eyes, he's always just like. He's fucking crazy. He's like, I never noticed that before when I watched it as a kid. I've watched that movie like 3 times in my entire life, and one of them was today. Not to say it's a bad movie. It's one of those movies where, and it has like the best of the Tom Savini effects, but for some reason I just never watch it. I don't know. Everyone go watch it. I like you didn't put the Willow arcade game. The Willow arcade game was a shooter, I think. Wasn't it? Am I making that up?
Yeah, but I haven't played it. No, I mentioned in the beginning these are games that I played.
Oh, what's another?
I probably would have made another one because I think it's on the Switch or the PlayStation.
Area 51's another good one.
Like I would have named Time Crisis. I would have named. What's another one?
Point Blank.
Duck Hunt would have been another one.
Oh, Duck Hunt.
But like I said, like I was gonna make it for another one, but
DTL. Duck Hunt's a good one. I remember Duck Hunt's crazy. Also, I was good. I was gonna include that. That actually was in an earlier version of my presentation about the whole thing about. It's funny because they keep repeating this. How if you shoot the gun into a light, that it kills the ducks, but it doesn't. And like, I think the gaming historian actually did it. Like, explained
Yes,
why
he
that
did.
doesn't.
About the shooter.
Yeah, he explained why it doesn't work. So just to give him a nice bonus there. But it's funny because that's the kind of thing that I even heard as a kid, and it never works. But everyone still repeats it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the kind of thing that you could just test yourself, like literally just plug the game in. You know, it's like the Mew under the truck, because it's like you could just test that yourself.
Fun fact about the duck hunting is that if you plug in the 2-player, you can control the duck. A lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah, I didn't. Apparently, the
what?
instruction manual tells you this, but I didn't know.
It does tell you in the manual, yeah.
I didn't know. Oh, it's funny because like everyone, like there was an article that went out like about 2 years ago, and I tried. This actually was in the presentation also, so I'll just tell you some more of these things. If you delete a save file in the original PlayStation, if you press all the buttons, like LR, L2, R2, and then the 4 face buttons all at the same time, it'll recover the file. You have to do it fast though, because if you wait too long, it's gone. But everyone's all like, "Oh my god, I never knew that." I'm like, it was in the instruction manual.
Yeah, that's a lot of thing about the game. People don't read it.
Yeah, did no one read it? Because it was funny. Me and my friends, we would like play chicken, like but game save chicken. And we would sit there, we would delete the save file, and then we try to recover it like real fast, and we would see how long you could wait. And every so often, we would actually delete the save file. Things you did for fun as kids.
Hey, Mr. Taco, I never played Sin and Punishment, and Guns N' Roses I never owned, because since I grew up poor, I just had games that were affordable. I was there playing systems that were like 2 years behind with everyone.
I have a Garuga for the GameCube. I think that game used to be worth money, but that's been re-released.
Kind of still is. It's pricey,
been,
but not to the point where it's like, oof, that's too much.
Because they keep re-releasing. I remember until it was like hundreds of dollars back then, and then it really dropped when they released it the first time. Like Final Fantasy VII used to be an expensive game. Thank God I sold one of mine. But like until I started getting all the PC releases like about 10 years ago.
Let's see how much Ikaruga is right now.
I really want to sell all my GameCube games, not because I
can help you sell them.
No, not because I want to get rid of them, but I'm really, 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 really scared of disc rot just destroying my collection anyway. So,
Ikaruga is 48 loose and 76 complete.
See, back as I'm saying, like the price really leveled out.
It was like in the hundreds.
Yeah, and it's funny because it was in the hundreds when it was still like the GameCube was still current, kinda. It was like a little after that, but still, it was.
GameCube games are as good as gold right now.
Heck yeah,
them shits just retain the fuck out of value. It's crazy,
especially if you have all the Resident Evil games.
Oh, I do have I have all the big hitters. I have all the Resident Evils. I have
Melee,
I have Eternal Darkness.
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
I have Baten Kaidos, which is the apparently the card RPG. I have I even have some of the games that like the weird ones that people still like. Like everyone likes The Hobbit for some reason on that system because I guess it's a speedrunning game. But I have The Hobbit.
You have Skies of Arcadia?
I have Skies of Arcadia.
That's a pricey one right now.
Yeah. I have everything. I would never sell my Animal Crossing just because
no.
Yeah, just because I'd keep that one, and I'd probably keep my Harvest Moons maybe just so I could play those original. But everything else, I would literally just get rid of now, just because because some of my games already have disc rot. I mentioned this before.
Listen, Manuel, please. Like I said, if you want to get rid of any of that, let me know. Okay, I will pay for the cost of the thing and the shipping, so you don't have to worry about it. I will send you a fucking USPS scale.
I wouldn't throw those. I wouldn't throw those away. I would sell them, but I would sell them at pretty below market prices, just I don't sit on them forever. Like I'm not trying to like open a store and like
I actively do it, so like I like can flip shit like really easily. So that's why I'm saying it's like, yo, if you just need an outlet, like a fucking pawn shop, a quick like flip, just let me know. Like, you got 100% fucking seller rating, and like the shit be like popping. So don't worry about that shit.
Yeah, same. I could literally I could make your money back with those games.
Yeah,
Especially the ones we named.
it was funny because I was talking to everyone about that PC thing before we went live. So apparently I'll just buy the PC from Mr. Taku through games.
Okay, there you go. All right. Hey, yeah, it works out.
But we'll talk. But yeah,
Okay.
Pleiades ready to go?
Yeah, I do. And y'all can start the timer if you want. This is actually like part of the intro right here. So safe zone right now. Nobody has to feel bad about anything they say. All right, because this is about like your feelings about me. Actually, it's going to be really interesting because I was actually wondering about this. So, when y'all first met me / saw me on camera, don't lie. What did you think my orientation was?
Shit.
Probably not gay, but I wouldn't have been surprised if that's the way to say that.
Because like unless like it's me like talking about like titties and like eating ass and shit like that.
Exactly. Like I think something gave it away before I even thought about it, but I wouldn't have been surprised if you just. I know gay people who talk
Wesley?
about. Everyone loves titties.
I thought that you were a straight dude.
Immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
But I mean, but I think the thing is too, like, I don't like. It just depends on like the context too. Like, I don't really assume. I'm just like, okay, because you know how here in you know the social climate, like our social climate, where it's just like, well, you think I'm gay? So I'm just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna assume that, just like on the internet, I assume everyone's a dude until they don't tell me they're a dude. Until they're like, I am. I'm not gonna lie, either. Like I'm either like non-binary, or like until you tell me, then I'm just gonna think that you're a dude on the internet. And so when I saw it, when I met you, I was like, I'm not gonna assume anything. Bam. If you know, up until you tell me you're gay or what, like whatever the fuck you fuck with, I'm just gonna assume that only because that's the safest bet. That's the safest bet without, because like I said, if I don't know you, I can't just be like, hey man, are you gay? Woo. Some people just get mad about it. I'm like,
this is kind of what I'll comment on that, but
that's
Wesley, comment. You say whatever, by the way, like I said.
Just a fucking weed because of those glasses.
Oh man, I love it.
Oh, by the way, I'm not doing like a Nazi thing. I'm just tripping out. In case anyone tries to single that out, it kind of like I was doing Nazi. I was tripping out that my arm disappeared when I put it up. Sorry, that looked very questionable.
Took your arm, dog.
That looked very questionable what I was doing.
I just thought you were kind of flailing.
You were just waving at me.
Yeah, I need to explain that I was just tripping out. I'm just kind of drunk. I'm just tripping out that my arm disappears when I put it. Oh,
you're
it's not
drunk?
doing it anymore.
Wow, what?
Anyway,
That's
keep going.
Crazy. So in any case, none of this is actually intended, but it's just funny how this winds up being a through line. So for the longest time, this is kind of a fun thing with me in real life, and this goes straight into my presentation, but I need to do this just as a preface, just to like let everybody knows where I'm going from.
Oh, you can
I don't think there's been like a single person past my 20s who didn't immediately see me, like meet me, and didn't think I was immediately gay. And the reason for this is because I'm sure y'all noticed, like, we're like fitting clothes. I got like full fucking nut huggers on, like tight ass pants.
You see that sexy knee?
Like,
yeah, show us his butt. Okay, you didn't do it.
Look at, okay, I shave my face. I take care of myself. Like, y'all can't see it right now. I put cologne on for streams, even though y'all can't smell it. Why? Because
you
to me,
put
it's
cologne on for streams?
Yes.
Because it makes them feel nice.
It is a
Makes them
mentality
feel pretty.
thing. I do it for me, not for anybody else.
Yeah, you think I shower because I want to smell good? I want to fall asleep feeling nice.
Thank you. Absolutely. My man knows exactly what's up.
Like, I don't care if I smell like shit. Anyways, keep going.
Continue. My bad.
Oh, you're good. You're good. And this is something that goes back into it's been a long time coming, Warren. I feel like you're gonna appreciate this a little bit more than anybody else. But oh shit. So effectively, we were doing this last 4 presentations. I'm like, okay, so what do I want to do? We only got limited amount of times. You know what? I got to go in and I got to talk about one of the things that is constantly a part of my introduction, that being, why the fuck do I come in calling myself the King of Bishonen? This being because, guess what? My ass is like fucking lithe, thin,
And this is what I got. Is what I'm working with. I can't grow fucking facial hair. I can't amass fucking body weight. I'm only 5'8". I can't do like the fucking like sort of like beefcake type of thing. So guess what? I'm going the Bishonen route because that's what I got and that's what I'm working with. And a lot of people be angry about that because it's like, oh man, dudes be like getting feminized or whatever the fuck.
Drink, yeah. Oh, who has timer?
I do.
Yeah, I
Just
thought
in
you had
case you
to,
forget.
yeah. Okay, continue.
Wait, okay, now I can actually start this. And the thing is, like, again, it's a very complicated thing, but I needed to say that because I was fat in middle school and high school, and so when I was able like to actually get to the body weight, I was like, oh shit, I look like I can at least get to the BMI of like Dragon Ball Z characters or like some cool character, whatever the fuck. I was like, okay, whatever. But like a year ago, when I got a chance to go to
Oh no, Pleiades.
Nintendo store in New
Pleiades.
York,
Okay.
I got this shit, and guess what? Like I was like, oh hey mom, look, I bought some shit, and then she looked at the bag, and she like without like nonchalantly said like, "Ah, pues eres tú,"
What does that mean?
which in Spanish means like, "Oh, that's you. That's just you." Like not like how like a parent says like, "Oh, you're handsome" or anything like that, or like, "Oh, you look good" or "You're dressed." No. She was like, "Motherfucker, that's you." And to me, that was honestly a compliment, because we right now are gonna have a whole fucking celebratory thing about. Wait, hold up. What did we do? Oh wait, window. Yeah, let's go with window. Okay. This might not work for the audio. We're gonna talk.
Oh no, Pleiades froze again.
Oh. Damn you, internet.
Hold on, he might come back.
That's what she said.
Oh, he's not coming
damn.
back. He's not coming back. I really want to know what he's going to say about this too.
I know he Vogue did.
Strike a pose, and he would literally strike a pose.
He's just like. Oh hey, I can't be here next weekend.
Oh,
I
look
have
at that.
returned. Can anybody guess what we're about to talk about right now?
Dudes dressing in women's clothes? Or women's clothes?
The idea of a man.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Listen.
That's a good guess. I like that.
Wait, no, I didn't ask y'all the question about like if sugar babies have to report sugar on the taxes. No, this is a question that's kind of like been like it's a timeless question, right? But it's like, oh man, I forgot that I miss when men were men. Here's the thing. I spent the last fucking 12 hours going in depth back to like the 1900s and previously. And what is it that I have found? I have found that objectively over the generations, no matter what, the control is guess who winds up winning no matter what? It's the pretty motherfuckers, okay? Y'all could say whatever the fuck you want. Oh, you look like a girl, but we getting all the bitches is the thing, all right? That's the
you
thing.
See, Prince is banging a whole bunch of beautiful women.
Which is to say,
and then he
I say
like,
this
continue.
as a term that I look at with full pride and I accept wholeheartedly is exactly how civilization goes about it. It is that this presentation is about how everything is twinks.
Twinks all the way down.
Down. All the way down. There's a whole sort of metaphor of like, oh man, what if like the universe is structured a certain way and somebody's like, oh man, what if it's like a turtle and like the universe is on the turtle? Like, okay, so what's underneath that? It's like, what if it's just turtles, infinite turtles down? Forever.
Turtles.
So this is exactly what this is. But here's the reality. This is something I'm actually gonna attempt to prove right here. Is that popularly, whoever like the motherfuckers who wind up like keep going is twinks. We out here, y'all. Now, let's go ahead and go
Ooh.
for what is the now and recently. Y'all just saw the opening thing was that one image of Harry Styles in the dress on the Vogue cover that everybody was bitching about, but not actually bitching about. It's just like fucking grifters trying to find something to be mad about. And I want to do this in terms of like generations because it really does add a different layer of things. So over here we got One Direction on the left. Over there on the right we got Big Time Rush. These are much more like current types of groups, and this isn't even like current by now standards.
Windows.
But
7.
the reason I bring these up is that this is like I don't know who these motherfuckers are because they're younger than me, and so I write them off because it's like, oh, this is stupid shit that I guess like I don't know, like teenage girls, like whatever, it's fucking dumb. No one cares. This is stupid, right? But the thing is, it's like obviously not because this winds up being a recurring thing.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at how you see and like how you look and everything, that's how you make your money. Sometimes to a detriment. I didn't see this until just now, but
yesterday.
I actually
Oh, I
just
didn't
saw it
notice.
today. I was actually already through my presentation, and I have a comment on this. Yo, my man, you do whatever you want, you live your life, but I do have a comment at the end of this. But I just want to like put this in the peripheral right now of like, oh, dudes be wearing dresses sometimes, and I have a comment on this. But again, I want to go full circle of this. So people be like, oh, I miss when like men were masculine or whatever. Actually, like big, like masculine. So it's like, okay, so like what do people popularly like wind up pointing towards? And the thing is like usually it winds up being a lot of like 80s action movie like power fantasies. And that's, I mean, honestly, these are all great movies. Terminator 2, great movie.
Bloodsport.
Rambo, great movie. Bloodsport, great movie. They're all great. But again, in the context of the 80s, I mean, they came out as like, again, power fantasy is all right, but like if you have a consistent thing all the time, you're gonna get like it's just gonna get dulled out. This was actually a change from the 70s, where motherfuckers like the Bee Gees were wearing tight ass pants and like singing at the top of their like vocal cords. And then like people got tired of it. And this is just like a natural rotation. But here's the interesting thing. This isn't just isolated towards Western media, because who else was it that got inspired by this? And it's like, oh man, I love like hyper masculine shit, right? And I want to be, and I'm inspired by this. I want to make some stuff where like men are men, like yeah. Metal Gear Solid, that ass. directly. We got Solid Snake. Who's Solid Snake? Fucking a seasoned Apex soldier, not unlike your goddamn Rambo. Gruff. He's got like stubble. He got like a gravel ass voice from like smoking hella cigarettes. Anytime in the middle of a game, for those not Metal Gear Solid, the game that Solid Snake is from, you go around sneaking around. You're one man trying to take down a whole fucking army. Actually, kind of like what's it called? Die Hard. Honestly, if you think about it. But in the middle, he has to like talk with like his intel team or whatever, and sometimes it's like a cute girl. And like, even though he's like about to get like his ass shot off, like he'll still flirt with them. And again, ultimate like just 80s fucking power fantasy. But the thing is, like, the motherfucker's name in game is actually Snake Plissken.
Just hit for New York.
Can y'all hear this?
No.
All right, cool. So that actually works out better. So I went to the trouble right here of fucking up a trailer of Escape from New York, when a movie from the 80s where New York becomes basically like a prison city, and then they have to find this guy, Snake Plissken, to go and find the president who got stranded there and rescue him, because Snake Plissken is a badass one-man motherfucker.
Drink.
And it's like either you save the president and come out, or guess what? You're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Snake Plissken do when like they give him this deal? He says, "When I get back, I'm gonna kill you." It is like a very do they have fucking lightsabers? Why do they have lightsabers? I never even noticed this before. They got fucking lightsabers down here. Look at this shit. But in any case, this is the 80s version of the fucking 90s. One man, gruff, fucking got a girl back here. Yo, look at how chatty he is. Got a big ass gun. He only got one eye, and somehow he's hitting like 9 out of 10 marks. God damn. That's what Kojima was like. I want this. I love like super masculine man. I want to make this and like share this. And if that doesn't give you enough to like say like, oh yeah, that's absolutely what it was, other than like the name references, the motherfucker like in earlier versions of Metal Gear, like for the 2D.
He's also Jack Burton.
He looks like Sylvester Stallone. Like these are like from not Metal Gear Solid, but like the old like 2D games previous to Metal Gear Solid. Where like this motherfucker just looks like Sylvester Stallone. Dead ass. But okay, and again, we go back to this where it's like things go in rotations, right? What happened after that? People love Metal Gear. When we gonna get another Metal Gear Solid? Whoever made such a fucking tribute to masculinity and fucking like just like big cock energy? We got a sequel. We got Metal Gear Solid 2, The Sons of Liberty. As a result of that.
Oh yeah,
so it's like okay, this game was so anticipated. It was there was a demo disc, a demo attached to Zone of the Enders, which nobody actually wanted to play Zone of the Enders for the PlayStation 2. They just bought
Zone of the Enders was fucking tight. I can't believe it. Zone of the Enders is fucking sick.
People bought the shit out of Zone of the Enders too, because they're like, I want to play as like the fucking Omega Chad Solid Snake, and like I want to see his adventures. I want to see what comes up. And it's okay. Boom, you have to it's like short little mission. Got it, like you have to like sneak around, trying to like thwart the plans of some enemy from the previous game, and then it abruptly cuts out, and then it just did, right? To this extent right here, it's the people right here. That's Snake, obviously. This who knows? Honestly, it could be Snake. But here's the thing.
Raiden?
Hold on, the game comes out.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You fucking thought. No, the person you play as, and this is what's revealed in the actual game, immediately after the demo sequence comes out, and none of this was advertised. Like, the voice actors, all this shit was not, it was completely under wraps, because Hideo Kojima was like, no, this is part of it. You're not playing a Solid Snake, actually. You start off the mission, and you're actually Raiden. You're Raiden, or as his name goes, Jack. Instead of being like a super like seasoned soldier, no, you're a fucking rookie. The training you've had is just VR. It's just game. It's just simulation. You're pretty as fuck. Let's be real. Mm-hmm. Like this man right here is people got so fucking pissed off because he is the complete antithesis of Snake. It's not a mullet. It's not like beard. No, this is a Bishonen. This motherfucker is Sephiroth with a haircut. And instead of flirting with the people who are his intel, he has one dedicated girlfriend. And they constantly argue. So this is like, this man's going through the struggle. I feel like this man is infinitely more relatable. And here's the thing. Like Solid Snake, who had like inspiration at the time from a movie, Raiden did too. And it just so happened to be, and again, I know y'all can't listen to this, but it was a movie that came out at the times in the 90s. If it would help, his girlfriend's name is Rose.
Oh, I think
no.
Raiden Jack is literally named.
Oh, yeah.
After Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Titanic.
And
he's a time. That's not what the song's from. You're doing the wrong song.
No, it's
You're here.
But here we go again. Super, like the character, baby face, clean shaven, pretty as fuck. Mm-hmm. And what does that really say at the end of like, why the fuck would you do that? Why would you piss off your fans? Because people were sending like death threats. People.
What is this poster?
Mega pissed.
Titanic.
There's a
No.
Titanicus.
Sortuele.
It's satanic.
Les yeux, jambes,
This is French.
Rain sur terre.
mais sur terre.
De poor
Et
pauvre.
pouvez laisser
I'm probably offending.
parler.
I'm probably offending everyone right
What's
now.
Manuel gonna do? Are you gonna say like from there do fromage or some shit? I don't know.
Omelette de
Fromage.
fromage.
And suddenly, just like
Baguettes.
the pen was just like fucking.
Okay, now I'm
Fun.
just being
But in any
racist.
case, so the whole thing is like, Raiden, that is Jack. He never actually had combat training. He just had VR stuff, and all the info he had is from like videos and shit that he learned about Snake. He idolized Snake, the Super Giga Chad. So like the pretty boy was like, oh man, this is the ideal right here. This is like the motherfucker who's like, this is who I'm supposed to be. To the point where anytime he actually meets Snake in the game, he's like fanboying out, like squealing, like, oh my God, this is my man. Oh my God, this is my idol. Holy shit. There's literally one moment where Snake tries to like get away because they're on a mission. And Raiden/Jack is like, I've always been alone. Please don't leave me here.
Is that really how it goes? I never played the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's the thing. Is like your character is the unexperienced, like just completely baby face. Holy shit, I've been dropped in this. I don't know actually how shit works. I've only known fantasy and like how fiction tells me things are. And so he actually has to do shit.
This is a shonen game.
It's essentially that, yeah. And what I learned about this, hold up, no, I'm not done yet.
Dun-dun-dun.
But
We're done.
Hold up. Is that this is essentially how everything goes. We all have like this idea, or maybe like people say like, oh, I miss when men were men. No. You miss like this idea of like there is a dad and they like fix everything for you, and like things are just like good how they are. That is essentially what this all winds up. Why is this flashing? Stop flashing. This is not.
It's Porygon.
Stop that.
Oh no, Porygon.
It's not. Oh my God. Okay, hold on.
Well, hold on, real fast, since that's looking up. I didn't mention it, but in 2020, the official Pokemon Twitter tweeted out Porygon did nothing wrong, pointing out that it was like what I mentioned, and they got in so much fucking like trouble because that they deleted the tweet.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they still got like publicity, so whoever it was still got money. Is the thing. Here's the thing that it's like, oh, okay, so maybe it's just video games, right? No, it's actually not just video games. Because here's the thing: you can go back and who was it in the 90s? NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. You go back further. Who else is it? You got every single glam rock band.
Nilly Vanilla.
You got fucking
Nilly Vanilli.
David Bowie.
There you go, David
You
Bowie.
can't tell me this man didn't get all the fucking pussy. You can't. Like it's just not possible. We actually brought this up previously.
That's true.
You can't tell me Prince wasn't absolutely slaying it. And these are objectively some of like the most effeminate people at the time. And none of it was like to any sort of detriment. There's this idea that like, oh, when men were men. So they're thinking like femininity is like weakness. No. It's actually a strength. Because here's the thing. These motherfuckers are styling. They got drip. And they're like exuding like this atmosphere of like just confidence. And if you don't think like that's accurate or not, y'all again can't hear this, but I still want to like play it at least for just some sake of visual aid. Talking about Prince, there is a sequence in Dave Chappelle, Charlie Murphy, Eddie Murphy's brother, who is telling stories about like being in Hollywood and whatnot, and this one occasion where he's meeting Prince, and essentially what it says is like back in the 80s, especially the 80s, if you go back there, super androgynous stuff that dudes were like wearing and dressing and everything, and in his words.
Oh, did you put your
about
audio
85,
on?
and he said, what was wild was that the dudes who look most like women were actually the one getting the most women. Charlie Murphy himself, did he have like shaved hair right there? Yeah, but back then he had a jerry curl. He had it like slicked to the side and everything. This is what he's up right here. Is like if you were in the 90s and you were like, oh, baggy shirt, baggy pants, everything, you look hard like gangster. This is probably what you look like in the 80s if you're around that time. It is just a rotation of shit. It is, again, it doesn't matter what the subculture is. It has always been this. But guess what? Let's go back a little bit further. Let's go back to let's say because again, this is one example, but I want to like cross these cultures, all right? Who was these? The Bee Gees in the 70s. Look at these pants. You look at these pants and tell me that if you were in high school, somebody wouldn't have, like, in our age, going to high school, where shit was, like, super more homophobic, people wouldn't have, like, ragged on them. Because here's the thing. I did at that time. Because I was an idiot child. And I was jealous. Because motherfuckers look good in these skinny jeans, and I heard the girls, like, oh, my God, he's so hot, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, that motherfucker's gay, blah, 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 blah. Because I was fucking bitter.
Pleiades is a homophobe confirmed. I'm just kidding.
I was bitter at the time. No, I was just like, I had low self-esteem was the thing at the time.
Yeah, I was say a lot of people were stupid when they're young. Anyways, keep going.
But here's the thing though. Like when you do that, you don't get like why it is maybe at the time. I think a lot of people actually get that where it's like a frustration of like, why is it that like, what's that?
Oh no, I'm sorry, reading about the. I just
and it went to being like the stuff that works. It went to being like. It's like, oh, what's the stuff that's popular that like works with girls? And again, we said this at a certain point before where it's like a lot of dudes wind up dressing how they think women like, but really it's just like how they like wind up. It's just what guys like when like dudes wear like the big old fucking like gold chains or whatever. And it's like they look greasy as fuck, like used car salesmen. There's this weird thing with stuff like that. But here's the thing. This is actually what like females like actually like historically have liked in the sense. But like, okay, let's roll the clock back just a little bit more. Let's go back to the Warriors right here. I mean, it's the same era, you know, but here we go. All right. Open leather vests, tight pants. All right. This is actually also how funnily enough, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five actually originally came out on the spot. Wild, flamboyant ass outfits. And guess what? Yeah, they were out here pulling. And like maybe some of them, you know, were like bikers or whatever. Maybe I'm not exactly sure. But the point is that they wore this with full confidence and exuded full power. And that is like the best thing. Because what is that? This is essentially, I don't know if the term is, but like I want to define this right now. What is based? And that's ultimately the thing. Who else like is like out here wearing wild shit and that it took from like years ago to actually like have it so like tight pants and everything came full circle? The actual fucking beacon of what is the term based. Lil B, the base god.
Oh, Lil B.
This is Lil B. This
Lil
actually,
B, dog.
This man is actually who sprouted the term based, where it's like, oh, you're a basehead. That means it's like you're taking like you're free basing chemicals and drugs and shit. But he's like, no, I'm gonna take that. I'm spin it. I'm gonna make it a positive. Why? Because I am. Because like I got swag. I don't care.
Cocaine. Just kidding.
And I mean, it's not just down to that. I mean, dudes out here, pink scarves, it's pink neckerchiefs, gun, fucking full goddamn finger to the goddamn camera. Also, it's not without like repercussions, because man was actually out here. Oh wait, goddamn it, never mind, I can't find it. There's a picture of him like wearing what looks like a like what a lady would wear to like Sunday service. Oh wait, never mind, I found it. Here we go. You got absolutely dragged for this shit. But here's the thing. Honestly, I don't think it looks that bad. Now, here's the thing. What is it like? Oh, it's attention, whatever, because that's what some people say. Maybe, but if you want to wear it, you do it. You know? You do what you want. That's what's important. But, okay, let's go ahead and put this back to, like, let's say white culture. This is what's hilarious. We go to glam rock, all right? Everybody knows this. and there's a through line to everything from like VK to like just like general like androgynous like rock stuff, right? Cool. Again, popular, and this is what was like running out the this is what was like generating revenue. What came before this was the Bee Gees and whatnot. And then what came before that was actually fucking Elvis. And guess what? At the time, Elvis was shit on by Frank Sinatra indirectly, thinking that like, oh, rock is like this, like, oh, it's like lecherous, it's gonna destroy fucking foundation of everything, blah 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 blah. What? And then who did that to him? Fucking John Wayne. Because the shit just winds up being like this chain of like who is newer than me and younger than me and doing like just other things that is like I'm not comfortable with or I'm not used to is the thing. But the thing is like this shit. So like what I ultimately found was like the feminine energy in men and like just like being out here, being beautiful, being pretty and like thriving. It's just been a constant thing forever. Always. I fucking made a goddamn mind map where I actually went down and like traced every single goddamn example I could think of. All right, let's go down here. Harry Potter,
Whoa.
Cedric Diggory, Tom Riddle, Severus Snape, Lord of the Rings, fucking goddamn Legolas. Twilight, do I need to say anything? Oscar Wilde's picture of Dorian Gray. Again, there you go. Twink. The dude who loves the girl in Les Miserables, twink. The Three Musketeers described as being goddamn most popular with women and like again feminine. Loki. Fun fact: even before the whole Disney Marvel thing, even back then he was still like pretty. He was a pretty boy. He was a Bishonen back then. This has been a thing forever. Pretty boys be out here. Twinks Nation fucking power is out here. Oh, that's not that with Norse mythology. Greek mythology. Oh, Greek mythology. Let's be real. Christianity. Jesus be like fucking lithe as fuck. He otter mode. Don't give me that. Lucifer. Every single archangel.
Wait,
Celtic
did you say
mythology,
Jesus?
Kukulane, Hindu mythology. Krishna. We go to music.
I was say if you said Jesus, he was chilling. He was chilling with those prostitutes. You know they went there for some mass. They're about to get some mass in them. He'd be like, "Yup, I'll show you the power of the Lord." Right?
He didn't look like fucking. He didn't look like fucking.
Don't pray to my dad. Pray to me.
We were talking about the Phantom, the opera. Perfect.
I take you to heaven and back.
The Beatles, perfect example. Who again were hated by Sinatra and like people came before them. Why is like, oh, this is stupid. Beach Boys, same. Elvis, same. Eminem, at a certain point, actually, yeah. Animation, fucking the entire whole thing of like shouts to Izzy is the Tumblr sexy men shit. And it was like a weird thing that kind of like went by. There's a one point where my girlfriend at some point said something about like to me, and it was like it was in passing. It was something about like how for whatever reason there's this thing where if like teenage girls like something is immediately discarded as being stupid. And the thing is, this winds up being a lot like the majority of pretty men.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
And it really made me think of like, yo, I always thought that. I was like, yo, fuck that shit. It's some stupid teenage girl shit. Like, who the fuck cares about it? Like, this is dumb. And I was like, you know what? That's not fair. And it's not. And also, guess what else has been eternal? Fucking teenage girls running the fucking music industry. From way back when, during Sinatra's age, Bobby Soxers were the first ones to like really like generate the whole idea of like teenage heartthrobs for like pretty boys, that being Sinatra.
Mm-hmm.
It has been forever that what is it that happens? Pretty boys and teenage and like just girl and like this adoration of like dudes who look pretty, who take care of themselves. And it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna be out here, I'm gonna be like eating whatever I want, I'm just gonna be wearing like fucking cargo shorts and like a fucking graphic tee and not like care about what I no. The motherfuckers who care about how they look like take care of themselves. And even like effeminate, that's not a bad thing. It's a yin and yang. You take qualities from both halves, and that is what people resonate with. That is why that shit winds up being popular. Why did Solid Snake at the like wind up being like burnt out in like several games because Kojima was like, oh, that's all I can tell with the story. But guess who he kept on going with? Raiden. Why? Because Raiden got introduced as like this vulnerable. He's pretty and all that shit, but he has like room to grow. That's what's interesting. It's the vulnerability.
Like Snake already grew in the 80s.
And Snake is like a power fantasy. But here's the thing. Power fantasies are only so enthralling. What really winds up being interesting is like when you have vulnerable characters. And like, it's nothing bad with being masculine and being vulnerable.
Drink.
That's actually good. Because that winds up being the men who like really come out here. Fucking from the 2000s, it was originally gangster rap and all that shit. Guess what? 50 Cent was at the top of the game. And then who came in after him? Kanye West, right? Because he was a little bit more vulnerable. Wearing backpack, wearing fitted clothes. Boom, there you go. Who came in after him? Drake. Mr. King Petty, fucking vulnerable, fucking godlike. I hated him back in the day because I was like, oh, this dude's soft. It's dumb. The guy's pussy, blah, blah. No. That motherfucker is like talented and he knows exactly what his like talents are and he puts it out there. He's vulnerable and he like pushes it out there like that's his superpower. Which is to say, again, without having to say it, twins rule the world. We be out here. We be taking control of everything. Vulnerability is a power.
Drink.
Like the balance of like feminine energy and masculine energy is a superpower. And what I have to say this to everybody. When your mom says you look like fucking Link as a Bishonen, for me, that was one of the most proud moments of my entire life. Because again, like I said, in high school, I was like, oh, the motherfucker be wearing like tight pants, all that. Oh, gay, blah, 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 blah. But that's actually what I wanted to be at the time. I wanted to be the motherfuckers like, oh, damn, he's so hot, blah, blah, blah. We got there. Through hard work. And the only last thing that I would say in terms of the dude from Moon Knight is that the only issue I have with that is just that he just wasn't wearing it right. Because look at my man, Young Thug. Look at this. Like you could like wear like whatever clothes you want. Make that shit look good. Look, he'd be looking like a fucking League of Legends new champion. Look at this shit. Look how fucking hard he look. Oh my god. Jesus.
Wait, who is this?
League of Legends.
This is Young Thug.
Young Thug.
It's a drastic difference between that and my man with the fucking
that does not look good.
Plain as
it has no shape.
Oh my god, look, this is so fucking hard.
That one glows, the other one doesn't.
Oh, like look at that fucking drip. And that's all I have to say. Live your life, work your game, play to your strengths, and don't let anybody ever fucking tell you to do otherwise. We out here. I support all my Twin Kings. Is like a fellow in the league. Period. That's where we are. Support all of y'all. Love y'all.
Drink. We lost Drink.
That's it.
It's. By the way, did you sell your things, Leslie? I see you're in the chat. Did you sell all your junk? It's funny because there was an event today in Little Tokyo called Anime Marketplace. It's like an anime swap meet at I think it's at the Cultural Community Center.
Yes.
And to be fair, I don't want to make it sound like she ruined the plans, and that's why I didn't go. I probably
ruined the plans. Okay.
No, I would have won. I would have won.
Well, you know what I'm getting at. Hold on. So, but mind you, there was still like an 80-20% chance I wasn't gonna go. No, but the other day I kept actually the other day for like all week. Leslie's been promoting she's gonna be at this event selling her stuff, and she even made a graphic for it, and the graphic said April.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't know why. Leslie is this like, I put the wrong date, and I was just like, it's kind of hard because I'm just like I try to like I want to help her out with stuff like that, but she don't fucking tell me, so I'm just like, damn, what do we?
Above all, I do have to accentuate this.
So I was just
people kindness. Yes,
thank you.
It's just funny.
It's just,
like
selling shit, coordinating shit is hard.
But continue, Manuel. Sorry.
Oh, that was it. Like TLDR, I don't want to make.
Stop me.
I don't want to make it sound like I probably would. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have gone if it was DTL night, but like it was always 50-50 more towards no that I would have gone anyway. But I legit thought it was next month, and when she started posting about it yesterday, I was like, what the fuck? I was
Have
so
y'all
confused.
had trouble like feeling motivated to go to like public social meetings and shit since like pandemic's been kind of clearing up?
Myself, no, I just don't like
no.
Tokyo.
It just depends. I think it's just depending on if I want to go see certain people. Like, I know like lately I'm just like, even with family, like I don't care about them that much. I'd rather go see my friends. Goodbye.
Honestly,
So I'm just like whatever.
For me, it's not so much
only
about.
if I want to see some, if I actually want to see people. Like if it was Manuel, we fucking went. Remember,
Yeah.
LA, and I went to see Wesley. We saw Wesley too. It's like stuff like that. I'd fucking do it. But yeah,
I've been like
But I'm
fucking
not itching to
homebody
go.
as fuck. Like
same here.
like it's been like there's like legit. I had to like force myself to like buy tickets to like this comedian that actually I really like. They're coming into like city like next week. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I really want to go or whatever. Just because, like, anytime I go outside, I'm like, oh, I want to go home. Like, I hate being out here. I'm like, God damn it, I need to fucking break this. I'm too stuck. I'm too comfortable with being at home.
Yeah, like one of the things that actually got me like that was like when I went out to just go grab some stuff at the store. I'm just like, this is exhausting as fuck. Like,
You know what?
I was like, I fucking hate people. So bring it all together. First.
Oh wait, okay. You know what? Not,
But you know what I mean?
Particularly.
Yeah.
Like going out to the grocery store to get shit is like, I was like, damn, I hate people. People fucking suck at driving. There's hella people out here at this Costco or this Walmart, and people know how to drive, and people just it's like, man, fuck this, dude. Like, I just want to get in and get out.
For a while, and this is what I'm gonna say. Dudes can wear whatever the fuck they want. Anybody can wear whatever the fuck they want. The only caveat that I like ask is just like, if you're gonna wear some shit, make that shit look good.
Yeah,
Yo,
I mean
like,
that's
like this right here. To me, this shit looks way more fly than the dress he wore. The dress is like, I get it. You know, like you wear what you want to wear. Like period. You don't have to make it look good. You wear it for whatever you want to. But this actually looks kind of hard. Because you got like the fucking shirt jacket open. Oh shit, I didn't even notice you got the Jesus piece over here too. All right.
Oh, he do.
But like, I don't know. Like this shit look hard to me. This looks like it could be like a JoJo character spread, which actually I really wanted to interject somewhere, but like fuck it, I couldn't find a like natural place to interject it. Whatever it is, what it is.
I'm not sure if something's dying like around me or on my computer, but like I just heard this weird sound. That was so weird.
Was
Anyways,
it like a robotic thing?
If I disappear, I think something's
It's a
Man, you got kidnapped by the Illuminati.
Yeah. But anyway,
this is fun.
Before we wrap it up, I do want to plug a few things. I don't think there'll be a DTL Tuesday. It turns out, well, Nyara couldn't come anyway.
Wait, are we doing a drink
DTL?
talk? Are we doing a drink talk roll?
I meant UPZ. Well, there won't be a DTL next Tuesday. I mean, next Saturday at all. But
I can't do the next DTL though. So
there won't be a UPZ on Tuesday. Originally, we knew going in that would be no Nyaru, but I had plans for something, and then it turned out that what's his face, JD couldn't host. And to be honest, I could still do the other thing, but I'd rather not. I kind of want to take a day off. I kind of want a day off. It's fine.
Okay, I was gonna say like if you tell me ahead of time.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I was totally thinking like we could do this, but I'm like,
yeah, I missed last time just because like I was already like bogged down. I'm sorry, I should have fucking replied just at least to say like, hey, yo, I can't. My bad. But yo, if you tell me ahead of time next time.
But yeah,
yo, wait. This is one thing I want to say. This is fucking Lil Wayne wearing fucking leopard print jeggings. This is like right where like it broke the whole thing of like baggy tees and like baggy jeans to like, no, we wearing like this shit. I love this shit. I'm sorry.
On the right, it looks like Peg Bundy from Married with Children on the right. But anyway,
yeah, I do kind of.
I mean, like the style, like she always wears those princess, but they're leggings when she wears them. But anyways, there's no UPC on Tuesday. Wednesday we play more Elden Ring, and Friday should be Drink Talk Roll. Yeah.
For what it's worth.
We do DTL next week.
Even 4chan has consistently, who is like, you can hear all the fucking racist, fucking homophobic shit you want, but like, here's the thing: everybody still wants to look like a pretty boy, regardless. That is no matter what. Everybody wants to be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
And yeah, next DTL. Hopefully
Are
Molly's
we
on
gonna do
next
DTR next week?
I mean, next DTL. I mean, in 2 weeks. That's April 1st, right? Or it's April 2nd.
Yeah, I can't be there because I'll be at
April
WonderCon.
2nd. Oh shit!
So,
Oh fuck you!
Yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah. Well, I told you. I was telling you already when you said our last few DTLs. I was like,
true.
I can't be there from the April 1st one or whichever is the April 1st.
WonderCon.
well,
Yeah,
hopefully
because I'm
we-
going to WonderCon.
Wait, what if
Hopefully
we just
Mo-
push it back one? Like when
No,
we, how about
we'll
that?
see. No, I think hopefully Molly, if Molly's still on, it'll be fine because I'm pretty sure. And I know I said this week. I know I did, but I'm pretty sure I'll have somebody. I won't say who. You know, like Pleiades always says, under promise, over deliver. So I won't say
man.
who.
Finally
But, yeah.
taking his
It took,
advice.
it took like fucking 60 episodes, but we got there.
Honestly, so it'll probably be 3 or 4 people, but it won't be no Warren. Probably, I guess maybe get Weston to the part 2, but I don't think it'll be Weston either. And then yeah, we'll see what happens. But I do want to squeeze everyone else in because there's only like 4 more weeks left. I mean, 4 more shows left.
Yeah, I can't
I
do the
wouldn't-
next CTL.
Oh, so he couldn't do it either. He's gonna be at
WonderCon.
too.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to be there? Then we'll see you. Me and Leslie.
Yeah,
will
I'll
see
be
you.
at WonderCon.
What is this? What is-
Some fucking vlogs.
Anyway,
This
let's wrap it up then.
yeah.
Let's get
Wrap it up,
DTL.
Wrap it up.
is fun.
Molly-
It ended before 10.
I know, even though there's 5 of us, which there hasn't been 5 of us, I think, since you I spit.
Forever
That was
ago.
actually a real
Last
spit.
I
summer.
think maybe it was
Yeah.
maybe
It
Callie
was
last
summer.
time.
I felt,
It
I
was
felt
last summer.
super happy. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh
And that-
shit, we got full crew.
Yeah, there hasn't been 5 since Callie was still on, and Callie would have been the 5th, like back in the day.
We look like that one fucking short clip of like 6 mantises all squatted up.
Yeah, for example, the reason I know we've only been 5 people when Callie was on, because Callie used to host back then. I have never seen this screen. The what's this DuckDuckGo thing called? What's it called? I've never seen
StreamYard?
Yeah, I've never seen StreamYard have 5 people. That was the first time I've ever seen that.
We had 9 people. Oh, you mean like as the panels? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen 5 people strung like that was the first time I'd ever seen that. So yeah, we've never had 5 on before. Anyway,
Use my walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk.
hopefully Molly's
Wait,
Yes.
before we end, are we not going to have, why are we having DTR? Or why are you saying that you might not have DTR this
No, I didn't say
coming
that.
up week?
No, I misspoke. I was trying to say UPZ, but yeah,
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
I
Okay.
misspoke.
Okay,
Oh,
so what you were trying to say
Makes
is like
sense,
take a
okay.
break from UPC because I was saying like, hey, if you need somebody to host, I would be willing
Yeah.
to host UPC, all that shit. I would just be like in the fucking just producer, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
But like
kinda-
again, off day is important.
yeah,
Break,
kinda,
rest is important.
yeah. Fun fact: I actually was thinking about taking it off a week, but I'm like, this will be fine. And it's almost a week. It's 5 days or something. I forgot when it went. So yeah. Also, we've been kind of consistent for the past 2 months, 3 months, so I don't want to like take a ton of time off. And UPZ just like, oh, this will be less work, and I can go like,
No, I had to cancel a few too.
Yeah.
Yeah, over here mad at me.
Life, yo.
oh yeah, it's because of you that. Oh, dude, I doubt they're watching this, but I don't know if you saw, but like one of the last Drink Talk Roll episodes have been like, I don't know who shared them somewhere, maybe like just videos of or YouTube's doing it. It's not crazy. Don't get me wrong. It's only like they went from like the 200 view range up to like 600, which is rather
Hey, that's-
unusual for Drink Talk
that's-
Roll.
Bro, that's fucking 300% like
But even crazier than that, because like usually when view counts go up like that, the view time goes down because it's probably like 300 new people who clicked on it on accident and clicked away. But the retention rate averages like over 30 minutes.
You know, it's
it's
kind of
all,
weird.
like-
It's kind of weird because I was just like, maybe we're doing a good job. Because I was just like, I saw it and I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Because we're just literally just being us.
because like
Well,
I,
the last one,
recently.
everyone seemed to like us get really drunk.
No, last one actually was like good because like we started getting like spicy, like
Yeah.
near the end, honestly. But it was good though. It's good. It's good content.
Because we're getting real. We have real rules now. Like we added more layers.
We got real the fuck. We started saying the shit that we actually feel. Let's be real.
He meant UPZ going to GDC. Oh, yeah, going to GDC. It's Callie.
Yeah, no, I've been like, recently I've been like trying to like spread too, but like, I don't think I'm responsible for any of that shit. Like, that's way more success than like me putting on like a couple like my group chats. So,
but I hope, like I was saying, I hope Molly's on next week because if I do the presentation I want to do, it's not the musical one, obviously. But it is a presentation I wanted Molly to be on for.
Yeah, I have like 1 or 2 presentations like that where I'm like, oh fuck. So I like want to have them like ready just in case, you know?
Yeah, just like how I kind of wanted Weston on for this one. Which I'm glad I didn't do it last week. See, I did the Dream of Red Chambers one because there was 2 Asian people, not just one.
So what would happen? So for our last DTL, man, maybe I might do like
that was a joke, by the way.
I haven't.
I think I might do the one my favorite DTLs that I did.
It's funny.
That's so easy. It's so easy to do.
Once Manuel like put a number on it, I immediately started being like, oh shit. So I have like a set number of things. Okay, so now I have to put like which are the ones that I've been wanting to do. And like this is one of the ones where it's like, no, I want to talk about twinks all the way down. It's always been pretty boys. God damn it.
I wanted to do an actual conversation with us actually. And just have questions. And just like kind of like speedball, like speedbot it, just like get a couple questions that everyone answer it, and then just go to the next thing, and then just do like a good 10 minutes, and then just kind of just.
Callie had one of those like but it was like with that one homeboy who like had like a personal like animal sanctuary.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah. It's funny. I see that guy on TikTok sometimes, but I actually know what my 6 and 9. I know what all of them are. Now I kind of remembered a couple that I forgot, but I'm like, whatever. I've already started writing all of them. I think. So yeah.
But tell me about the fucking fanime shit, dog.
What?
We have to figure out how we're gonna. How long
we have to start. We have to start writing.
Okay, you haven't done that. Okay. Son of a.
We have to start.
Tell me if you need somebody to prove.
But anyway, let's wrap this up.
We kind of went everywhere. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch a movie and drink some more. I'm gonna go watch Day of the Dead again because that movie's crazy. I like Peacock. Oh, what is that? Is that 2 people fucking? Turn that off. I'm gonna blur that.
Eggs.
Oh, it looks like 2 butts and a dick.
You dirty boomer. You nasty boomer.
Anyway.
You cheeky old.
I'm gonna take this brand once it's done. I just want you to know that shit.
Yeah, we'll be back. And I'm only teasing it. We might not actually do it, but it's a cool thought to have. And if you're watching on YouTube, let us know if you even care. I'm thinking about having a gaming podcast replace Drink Talk Drink Talk Learn, not Roll. That'll always be there, but Drink Talk Learn in the future.
A gaming, as in like outside of what we're already doing.
Yeah, like a gaming podcast. Like we talk about news and we talk about our favorite games, or like, we're like,
Manuel, are you trying to go with the?
He's trying to become internet news today.
Whatever helps you with your come up. This is your platform, so
honestly, I feel like
here's the thing.
I feel like we could find people for that a lot. UPZ is more of a general nerd thing, but I think that a pure video game podcast would be interesting. And I'll say,
we're nerds in that game. That's nerd shit too. What the fuck?
You know what? Hold on, because we'll talk after.
We'll talk
after this one.
But I'm gonna go.
No, we're talking right now, bitch ass motherfucker. Okay. Good night.
See y'all. Be careful.
Night.
Twitch, we up. Woo!